what Nigerians are is some type of violent crime. But stay away from the Al-Qaeda. No, we need to stay away from you.
Stay away from the Tether. Stay away from the Jamaican, Haitian, Caribbean, Nigerian, anyone from Africa. Stay away from those domestic tetherists. Be alert. Stay away from the wanksters, wanna be gangsters, scammers, the even the border bangers. So you think you got a hit, huh? You be all on your song talking shit, huh? You ain't nothing but a vulture, eating on my culture, and I'ma tell you to your face, you a bitch. Tell me why you had to flee your homeland. You should be over there, building up your own land. But instead, you all in my home, man. And we tryna tell you, go and get your own, man. Now listen, there's a reason why we call you Tether. Cause you over here acting like you so much better. But we laughing at you ass like whatever. And we're hip to your schemes and all your endeavors. Now check it out, it's time for your shit to stop. Keep running off, homie, you can get dropped. Running around in your dirty ass flip-flops. And got the nerve to say that you started hip-hop. Bitch, stop. Stay away from them Tether. Stay away from the Jamaican, Haitian, Caribbean, Nigerian, anyone from Africa. Stay away from them Tethers. Stay away from them Tethers. Stay away from the wanksters, wanna be gangsters, scammers, and even the border bangers.
Y'all run all kinds of money scams over here in America, and y'all trying to make it seem like y'all this is the epitome of success, or we're the standard. The standard, you're Nigerians, you're known as scammers. Your reputation is so bad, the good Nigerians can't even get jobs sometimes because of the bad reputation. All y'all have more degeneracy in your home countries, but you got a nerve to say, come here and stay away from us? No, we need to stay away from y'all. We are the first world civilized black.
This goes out to Burna Boy, DJ Academics, Fresh and Fits, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Fat Joe, Busta Rhymes, P-Rock, and all you domestic tetherists. Push on. FBA versus everybody. Peace.
Yeah, I'm your Black Lex today, baby. Now you ain't never gotta like me, that shit is overrated. You need a hero to love, I'll be the villain that you hated. When it's all said and done, you gon' love me. Me kissing babies, fucking ladies thinking of me. Cause I'm the villain, the bad guy, the one that's supposed to lose. But I'm American, baby, so the rules all skewed for me. Steal your identity, fuck up your credit for free. Police know it's stolen, but they still make you pay the fee. And you don't respect me, for real? I'm the one that's showing you what the real world is. All these backroom deals for your kids' future. My financial aid hustle keep your kids mooching. And why you motherfuckers still stupid? The Statue of Liberty married the country, divorced and now the bitch still moving. With half of the money, alimony, child support. You know what's up when I be winning in the court, cause I'm the villain, the bad guy, the numero uno, the one that y'all hate to see. Cause I'm the big dog, the head honcho, H&I-C, everybody wants to be. Damn right, I'm the villain, the bad guy, the numero uno, the one that y'all hate to see. Cause I'm the big dog, the head honcho, H&I-C, everybody wants to be. They try to tell me thou shalt not steal. In the same church they tell me Jesus white, is they for real? They try to say the land of the free, minus the slavery, plus the fact that you pay for land these folks stole for free. And you wanna be Superman. Did you forget that Lex Luthor became the president? You lacking common sense, that's why the villain lives. That's why the villain's right. They turn on Superman, man, they turn on...
Salute, and welcome. Welcome back to the Black Ocean Announcement. We're getting deep in with your host, the one and only Great Black Shark. Give me a black fist and a thumbs up if you can hear your brother loud and clear. Let me know if I'm coming in too loud, too low, just right. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen. Because tonight we're going to have to cook another tether. Yeah, we back over here on the grill in the Black Ocean. Oh, yeah. We got to go ahead and cook him up, man. Boy, this delineation has these tethers losing their mind. But I'm going to tell you, they better find it quick because you don't get to dictate terms to someone else in their house. The country is our house because we built it from the foundation to the roof, okay? So, yeah, I'm just letting y'all know I'm finna take it here tonight. Oh, we're going to do some climbing, but we're going to teach some lessons over here. And we don't sugarcoat things over here on this platform, okay? Letting y'all know if you're a new subscriber over here, used to that politically correct sugarcoating garbage, this ain't the place for you to be. You may as well turn around and unsubscribe. You know, it's a bit different over here. Everybody that's regulars over here, day ones, y'all know what time it is, okay? Now, the intro song there, a lot of y'all probably wondering where I found that. Well, let me give you the backstory on it because people are like, oh my God, listen, what are you saying? Oh, the teller's going to be crying. Let me tell you something. That song was a response to this dude that did a song called Stay Away from the Akata. So now we keep telling you punk ass tellers, man. If you're screwing around with us as far as the roasting, don't nobody do that better than Foundational Black American Freedmen. You know, so the brother, he makes the song and hey, you know, you get what you get. Because that's what time it's going to be from now on. We through the ignoring the disrespect in our homeland. We fought for you to get over here. You're going to get everything you give us and then some. And you're going to get deported too if you're over here legally. Just know that, okay? Yeah, see, I'm one of the content creators over in these spaces. I don't mind telling my people call ICE and call them more than twice. They illegal. Hey, man, here, look, whether you're going down there to kick it with barbecue or wherever you're going, if you're here illegally, you got to go, especially if you're disrespectful. You got to go, okay? Now, the second song there was from my good brother, LAR Movement. Shout out to LAR Movement for the song The Villain, all right? Yeah, that brother got a whole album called Saga the Kryptonite Life that you're looking at here. You can find his channel on YouTube under LAR Movement, LAR Movement. Y'all got to check that out. I got to, like, you know, promote that album that he has out more, man, because it's several years old, but a lot of people don't know it's out there. So, LAR, I got to put you out there, brother. You're very talented. I think y'all enjoy all the songs on there. A lot of good life lessons in those songs, and it's something you can ride to. All right? So now, we got some other housekeeping we got to take care of here, family. Okay? Yeah. First, I want to share with y'all something. You know, I'm going to share with y'all something in just a second. If you had a bad day, oh, man, boy, y'all going to laugh y'all asses off because we got to get these jokes in. But before I do that, let me mind my manners and greet those of you who are my esteemed guests in the building. All right, let me make sure I can see all of you. I see Tia to you in here. What's going on, sister? Vegan Quick Kitchen Queen, Miss Emily Dean in the building. 5-star salute to you. All right, I see Only Pamela's Way in here. I also see Osea Whiteman in here. What's going on? All right, I see Tanisha Murdoch, 225 girl in the building. Ali Howard Species. Okay, what's going on? All right, let me see. Let me scroll down. I see the good sister Sakina Collins in here. All right. I see my good brother Project Leroy in here. Diesel Mike. I see you, good brother. All right, let's see. Everybody. Andre Tram in here. All right, new name. I haven't seen you before, but welcome. Good brother Kermanis Wingfield in here. Sister Stunzia in the house. What's going on, sister? Salute to you and your husband. I see the good brother Michael Williams in the building. Let's see. Dolores Lipscomb is in here. Charles Gibson. And that's everybody I see. So, welcome to all of you and anybody else will be joining us tonight. Now, couple quick things. We're going to be teaching a quick lesson after I show you how this funny ass video. Shout out to my good brother Raheem Shabazz, man. He said this to me earlier. Full disclaimer, I did not create this one, okay? I didn't do it. It comes from a TikToker account, you know, that goes by the name The Foundational Network. Listen, let me give a further disclaimer because I love my audience, okay? Put down all food and drink. I repeat, put down all food and drink. I'm going to say it one more time. Put down all food and drink. I don't want you choking on nothing. They're trying to sue me because I made you laugh so hard you choked, okay? All right? All right? Oh, hey, go ahead and put it down because this right here, I keep telling y'all, leave us alone. Okay. I'm not going to even tell you what you're about to see. Some of y'all might have seen this floating around, but Brother Raheem Shabazz sent it to me today. I didn't know nothing about it until now. So without further ado, you know, if I'm already laughing this silly, y'all, I'm going to play this for you, man. I can tell this, y'all going to learn to leave us alone, man. Y'all check this out.
Hello, my name is Babatunde Gum. Do you want a piece of bushmeat? I could eat 1,000,000 of these.
My mama always said, life is like a box of bushmeat. You never know what you're gonna get.
Those are very nice shoes. They must be very comfortable.
Thank you, they are.
My mama said you can tell a lot about people from their shoes, where they've been, what they survived. I hear your people walked a very long way in those. Slavery, Jim Crow, civil rights. Very impressive history. When I came to America, I thought maybe I could wear those shoes too.
Baby, you can live on the same street, but that don't mean you walk the same road.
So, I cannot borrow them?
No.
Just for reparations?
I told y'all, man. I told you gonna learn. Hey, that's the foundational network TikTok account that created that. It wasn't mine. I had nothing to do with it. It's funny. I had to show it to y'all. And you know, y'all want to see that again? Because see, now, you know, we're familiar with Forrest Gump, right? We got Babatunde Gump out here. Man, Babatunde Gump. Shame on you, Babatunde. Oh, you got to wear the Fleet Force ones. You can't wear our foundational Black American shoes, man. Your feet too weak to take a step in them. You don't want our shoes, man. You know? Hey, look, y'all want me to run that back, man? Do you want to see it again? Because, you know, we're going to cook Charles Tabansi over here in a minute. Oh, we got plenty of time. Yeah, y'all want to see it one more again? Hey, I tell you what, put the fire sign chat in the emoji. Put the fire sign emoji in the chat if you want to see it again. Light the chat room. I need to see a bunch of fire signs, man. Sound off. If you're in here, everybody that want to see it again, put the fire sign chat emoji, man. I keep saying it. Put the fire sign emoji in the chat, okay? I'm laughing so hard I can't even get it out straight. Or when I saw this man, and Rob, you a fool for sending me this, bro. Right here, Shabazz, this is your fault, man. You knew I was going to show this to my audience tonight. You knew I was going to do it. Man, I almost wrecked looking at this, man. I'm like, man, what the hell is this? You know, so see, sometimes you can't be checking your texts, you know what I'm saying, while you're driving, okay? Because the boy, I like to crash, man. Yeah, so y'all want to see it again, huh? Yeah. All right, then. So since y'all asked, we're going to run this thing back one more time, all right?
Hello, my name is Babatunde Gum. Do you want a piece of bushmeat? I could eat 1,000,000 of these.
My mama always said, life is like a box of bushmeat. You never know what you're gonna get.
Those are very nice shoes. They must be very comfortable.
Thank you, they are.
My mama said you can tell a lot about people from their shoes, where they've been, what they survived. I hear your people walked a very long way in those. Slavery, Jim Crow, civil rights. Very impressive history. When I came to America, I thought maybe I could wear those shoes too.
Baby, you can live on the same street, but that don't mean you walk the same road.
So, I cannot borrow them?
No.
Just for reparations?
Man, shout out to the foundational network. That was hilarious, bro. Oh my God. That was too funny right there, man. Listen, man, you see the way she told us, like, baby. Woo! Y'all gonna learn, man. Oh, they're gonna be pissed off. I don't care. It is what it is. Listen, one bit of housekeeping here. The lady on the song there, Stay away from the Tether song. A lot of y'all say that song like Sister Brooke. That's a chick named Mouthy Megan. I know she sounds like Sister Brooke, but that's not her. Boy, can you imagine though we did get Brooke on the track? Oh man, that'll be bananas, boy. Yeah, so the chick is named Mouthy Megan. You know what I'm saying? That's, who was on that track right there. But we got one more bit of housekeeping, ladies and gentlemen, because we finna make the Tether extra mad tonight. They started this and we're gonna finish it. Okay. They're gonna learn. And see, I'm the hammer that's gonna put this message down the right way. Damn all that politically correct bullshit. I've said it before. When people show you disrespect, you give them that and then some. All right. Now, bit of housekeeping on this channel. Let me show y'all something, right? I want you to look at this on the screen because, see, you got people that do this thing where they like to troll platforms for attention. Now, y'all already know this is called the Black Ocean for a reason. You don't come over here to become a professional troll. You come over here to drown. That's what you do, okay? So now, and I don't know if this is a brother or a sister, you know what I'm saying? But either way, I've seen this person on the platform before, commenting and stuff. For the most part, they was cool, but how many of y'all see what the problem is before I go here? Because, see, in case you're new here, this is one of my pet peeves. And if I see it in my comment section, if I see it in the chat room, I always call it out. And when I correct you on it, shut the fuck up and take the goddamn correction. Okay? I don't like that shit. One of the things that I'm strict about, for example, if I ever start going on camera here, I would have a very polished presentation. I'm not going to be up here looking like who done it and ran. Plus, when you over on a black platform, you show respect for yourself, the host, and the audience by making sure you don't come on somebody's platform drunk, high, sounding like a damn dumbass, misspelling shit. We don't play that bullshit over here. You take that dumb shit to somebody else's platform. Okay? I don't fuck around about that. That's part of the reason right there in this movement, man. If you're going to get the respect that we deserve, you got to make sure that you carry yourself like that across the board. You understand? So now, how many of y'all see what the problem is, right? Because we finna go here. This is absolutely pathetic. And I'm going to tell you, this is the ultimate no-no on my channel. Don't you do this bullshit. Everybody tell you, if I catch you in my comment section doing it, I'm going to say something to you. Now, you got one of two ways. You can accept the correction and fix the shit. And let me make that clear. If I point something out to you by being in my comment section doing something stupid like this, I expect you to hit that edit button and fix it. I'll delete your fucking comment. And if I see you doing it again, I'm going to block your ass. We don't do stupid over here, okay? I'm a bit more stern with my ship. Everybody else can do what the fuck they want. So now let's read this shit. I'm going to give them all the attention they need. So this is on one of my YouTube shorts there, the one with Afro Man in it, right? So he says, he's quoting something from the short. He says, if y'all country is so damn great, why ain't y'all asses there? T-H-E-I-R. Nuff said that will shit anyone up talking about how good their country is. Okay, and this is another LBA person. All right, now, brother or sister, whoever you are, you was cool until you did this dumb shit next. Now, this is the crazy thing. How you gonna misuse the word in one instance, then get it right in another? For any idiot that doesn't understand this, I get it. We all got different levels of education. Let me explain something to you. If you don't know the simple difference between words like this, if you don't know the difference between a woman and women, because you have some people, a women, you don't know the difference between singular and plural. You don't know the difference between T-H-E-I-R being in the reference to of a person or people versus the place reference T-H-E-R-E, there. That's it. So now here's the thing. Let me show you what I tried to do, right? Because I'm going to do this every time I catch that dumb shit in my comment section. And if I see too much of it, I just automatically block you and assume you're a troll. You better get that shit right over here. So I tried to correct the moron and I put it in bold. So hopefully, like, okay, yeah, everybody makes a typo mistake. I've done it from time to time. I correct it. So I'm trying to tell him, there, not there, fam. Now, if your hooked on phonics ass can't read, this isn't the literacy channel over here. You should already know how to read before you come over here. I mean, if you don't, you shouldn't be on the fucking internet, okay? So I'm trying to tell him. So now, instead of accepting correct, here he come. Okay, great. Can't quite make out what you mean, but I suppose it's all good. How the fuck you can't make out what I mean? If your dumb ass can read, you see that there's two different spellings of the fucking word. So what you can do today, get on ChatGPT, pick up a fucking dictionary, a thesaurus or something, and look up the difference between them damn words. How the fuck you on the internet and you don't know the difference between them words? See, I don't play about that stupid shit. So I'm trying to tell him, and I ain't gonna even show y'all the rest of it because I just, let me just delete this something. I said, good brother. I assumed it was a guy. I'm saying there refers to a place. THEIR there refers to people. Wrong word, fam. We pride ourselves on accurate grammar here. I give it to everybody when I see this. So now you would think this simple-minded son of a bitch, that's right, I'm calling you that. You would think this simple-minded son of a bitch would say, you know what? Yeah, my bad. Let me just go ahead and hit the edit button. My fault, man. It happens to everybody. No. What you gonna do is come back and tell me something must be wrong with me and I'm disagreeing with Afro. Just stupid to be damned. Let me make something perfectly fucking clear. I don't want idiots on my platform. If I catch this simple shit, your ass will be out of here faster than you can. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can't pay me to be a moron on my platform. This platform has a different purpose, okay? So I hope I'm clear to everybody, whether you're a new subscriber, you just got here, you've been here day one, you better get this shit right. While we taking care of some housekeeping, another thing I want my audience to pay attention to, okay, a couple other housekeeping rules. Now, when you go in the comment section of any stream, any video, I got my rules up for the channel. You better click on that and read them 3 rules. It's no exceptions. You can't read, that's not my fucking problem. Get off the goddamn internet. All right? I'm not going to even tell you what the rules are. They're there. You go read them, okay? Next, I want my audience. I don't know if this is a bunch of old folks doing this or whatever. Nonetheless, let me explain something to you. Okay? There's a difference between a live stream, which is what this is, a live stream where I can look in the chat room and respond to any comment. Live stream, meaning it's live. We live right now, taking place in real time. Difference between a live stream and a premiere, which is pre-recorded. I'm going to say it again. Premieres are pre-recorded. You can look on the home page and tell you right in the right-hand corner in red highlighted with white letters if it's a premiere or a live stream. Now, let me tell you something. If I catch your ass on my channel calling either one the other, I'm going to delete your ass, no exceptions. Get that shit right. I don't play that stupid shit over here on my platform. A lot of people let that slide. I don't. Okay? We pride ourselves on precision over here and accuracy. Anybody can make a mistake, but that's one right there. I see that. So I'm like, how the fuck you don't know if something is live or pre-recorded? It tells you. It's letting me know, man, there's some literacy issues going on. And like I said, if that's the case, get the fuck off the internet. You ain't got no business on the internet unless you're using it to try to figure out how the fuck to read. Okay? Now that we got that out the way, I hope we clear on that. I'm playing about that shit. That don't make no goddamn sense. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we can get down to brass tacks. Okay? I hope everybody, look, just to be fair, is there anyone that's confused about anything I just said on this microphone? Is anybody confused? See, I like to clean it up. A lot of people just let a bunch of bullshit go on their platform. More power to them, they can do what they want. I don't play that shit over here. Let me tell you why, too, okay? While I'm waiting, in case anybody's confused that might be new, let me tell you why I don't do that, right? My purpose for this platform, for you brothers and sisters that's in here, my esteemed guests in here tonight, my purpose is for not having the morons over here or in the comment section. And look, carte blanche goes to any of my moderators. If you see that stupid shit in the comment section, you have my full permission to delete the comment or block the son of a bitch if you correct them, okay? I don't give a fuck who it is. Now, the purpose that I'm so strict on that is, let me tell you something. You, the audience, listen to me over here tonight. Man, woman, FBA, non-FBA. You are very powerful. Let me tell you why. Whether it's me presenting something to you or you conversing with each other in the chat, whether you agree or disagree, The transference and the sharing of information is power. You know, I've broken down the 3 components of power. That's the most important one because it takes information to attain and maintain all things. This platform, I don't care who else do what. This platform, this one right here, where you at, prides itself on the men and women in this chat room sharing accurate, intelligent information with each other. Okay. Now, if that doesn't fit your criteria, you in the wrong place. That's what I do. Okay. All the goofy shit that everybody else do, hey man, that's them. When you come over here, you better act like you got some goddamn sense. Okay. Now, there you go. Now we're gonna get into this Charles Tabansi situation and family. These tellers, boy. They come over here and they think they're entitled to be here when they're not, especially if you're here legally. And then you think that you're gonna be Johnny come latelys and try to tell us first we went from not having no culture and they not black to now we all black, and it doesn't make sense. Why you want to be a part of somebody who don't have no culture? Frank Zanu and the likes, huh? That doesn't make any sense. You spent decades, I know black on this. Okay, cool, you're right. You delineated first, and we learned the lesson. Thank you for teaching us the lesson. Tell us you're right. Now you're going to stand on your own. Nobody's threatening you. Nobody's trying to harm you. See, what we're going to get into here tonight is that cultural schizophrenia they have. On one hand, you want to be in this country, waving your flag, jumping up and down about how proud you are to be what you say you are. And then on the next, when somebody say where you from, you get traumatized. Why did you say that? Hey, you little Haitian or Jamaican, brother. Shut up. You proud to be from someplace in another place. Why you don't go back home? If you that damn proud. I could never be offended if somebody say, hey, man, you sound like you from Atlanta, Georgia, man. Why you say that, nigga? No, you damn right. I'm as Atlanta G as it come. Proud Atlanta, Georgia, okay? And no matter where in the world I go, I don't try to hide my southern accent unless I change it, when I be doing one of my impersonations. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, nah, man. You're not going to find any foundational Black American freedman that's afraid or ashamed to be where we from. The mere thought that somebody going to send you back there, just send you into a traumatized state where you balling on the ground, rolling around. And see, we try to tell you dumbasses, what's his name? Chef Creole, you come over here and then you hire a bunch of illegal aliens. That's what the fuck you get. See, if I was in charge, you wouldn't be able to do that. You would be able to open up businesses if you're here legally, but a certain percentage of your businesses will have to be the people of this nation. You don't just stack the deck with a bunch of your people, then you're going, look, I wouldn't even set nobody up. Let me talk about that. We're going to get into tonight's subject. I wouldn't even set my people up like that if I was Jamaican, Haitian, whatever you were, okay? Because that dude is Haitian, before I said Chef Creole. I would say, hey, man, if I know you here legally and I love my folks and I'm proud of us and we trying to make a new life in another country, first, I'm going to be like, hey, man, I got a job for you. But look, let me just try to help you get your shit together, right? Let me try to help you, you know what I'm saying, get your paperwork and all the man so you can at least get your green card or get the right to work here. I mean, I'm going to try to help you. I ain't going to just have you coming here working for me and then you could get busted at any minute. Oh, but that's too much like right. And then here's the crazy thing. The tethers are always focused on us. We not deporting you. That's them folks. You notice they got all the smoke for us and never them folks. Never them folks. It's always us. That's the orange man. They ain't saying shit about that. And then have y'all seen this crazy shit that's going on? For you Pan-Africanists, bring your stupid asses to the front of the class. How the fuck you gonna talk about unifying with this tether class when they up here, at least the Haitian demographic? I know y'all done seen it. They got this trend going around where the ones that's here legally is mocking the ones that's getting deported illegally and getting their little fancy ankle jewelry. Now, I'm not Haitian. I'm full-blooded foundational Black American on both sides of my family. But I'm going to say this one time and say it one time only because that's them people's business. That is the most off-code shit ever. And you wonder why we can't unify with that? Hey, man, I would not mock my own people if I see them getting hemmed up. I mean, not publicly. I mean, if you're going to do that, man, you do that. If you're going to do it, it's still fucked up. But if you're going to do it, man, you keep that in your community. You don't get on the internet doing that. Because, see, let me tell those of you that's doing that something. Don't think you safe. I'm going to say it again. Don't think you safe. You're not us, no matter what you tell yourself. They could denaturalize your ass too, okay? Yeah, they can't denaturalize us. We are actually from the soil, okay? They love to I born here. Yeah, and if you talking about first generation this, you can get up out of here. Oh, trust me, you can. So, hey, don't laugh too hard, motherfucker. That's fucked up, but I'll leave it to their community to deal with that. Anyway, let's introduce y'all to Charles Tabansi here. So we're going to be stopping this when need be to critique things, and we're going to put it to him in a language that he understands. Let's get into it.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I want to welcome you guys to another episode of Here's What I Think with your host, Charles Tabansi. So let's get into this topic here. So this is something that I've been...
And before he gets started, man, in the words of one of the greatest horror villains of all time, Freddy Krueger, who gives a fuck what you think? Nobody gives a damn what you think. Hey, you know what? I got to go on another rant here real quick. Tell us. For him to open it, because that's the name of his channel, okay? Charles Tabansi, here's what I think. First of all, you don't get a say in anything, and what you think does not matter, especially if you're a man. See, I'm not talking to the women. You know, I've said this many times. I do not hold the women of any group to the same standards as I do the men. Let me tell you why. The men are the chief and primary protectors and builders of society, okay? That's a fact. All over the world, that's the way it's supposed to be. When you have that imbalanced or that no longer is there, that society is done. You can call it what you want. You can say what you want. Women don't build and protect societies the way that men do. It's not their place. As a collective, okay? We're not talking about exceptions to the rule. So that's why I hold the men to a different standard. Little buddy, Charles, let me holler at you, man. You don't get to tell us what you think when you are a male of another ethnic group that fled from your homeland. You're not where you're supposed to be. That's like the Tower Boy. Oh, no, you know what? Not even a Tower Boy, because at least Tower Boy belong on a team. That's like a NBA championship team or NFL championship team. They got multiple rings, done been to the big dance and won it several times. And then a team that hadn't even smelled the fart of a playoff, hadn't even got close, come and say, well, yeah, man, you know, you did win 7 or 8 championships back to back. But you know what you could do is this. And so now imagine somebody telling you something like that. Like a broke motherfucker, they don't have a pot to piss in or when to throw it out or trying to tell you about financial literacy. It's like, nigga, where your bread at? Like, nigga, you crawled out a cardboard box and you trying to give me information on finances? So just like the sports analogy, a losing team trying to tell you how to win some rings. Boy, you ain't at home. Nobody gives a fuck what you think. How about you take all this creative thinking you got and take your bitch ass back to your homeland and fix that shit? Nothing. Let me just make it clear. Nothing you say counts here in our country. Nothing. Okay? A lot of my peers won't tell you that this way, but see, this is why people come here. We're going to get it all the way straight tonight. Your opinion does not fucking count. If you, Tether male, whoever you may be, listen to this, and we're not talking about all black immigrants and Tether. No, they're not. We got plenty of riders over here that get it, male and female alike. Okay? And they can announce themselves if they want to. Some of my day ones. So I'm making it clear. When I say Tether, that's an action-based word. Example. Myron Gaines, Candace Owens. If you're not that, not talking to you. You get butthurt about it, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. That's how we get down over here. So now, if you a Tether class male, let me tell you why your opinion does not fucking count. One of the chief things that determines manhood is how much we are able to produce in whatever skill set we choose to master, or multiple skills. If you, Tether class male, cannot build a country and a nation for your women and your children and future generations to be prosperous and proud of, and if they do leave, they can vacation and come back home, you know, kind of like foundational Black Americans, what you think does not fucking count. Your women need to start holding you to that standard. You should not be talking about no other group's business until you fix the problems of your lineage. Now, my rant is done. Let's let this asshole continue.
Watching from afar for quite some time now, and today I said, you know what, let me address this today. I won't make many shows of this in the future, but I said, let me just give my 2 cents on this whole back and forth here. So recently, a video of Cameron, the musician Cameron, went viral where it looked like he was saying Africans stink. right? But Cameron said that he wasn't saying Africans stink. He's saying that's what one of his friends said, or someone told him that Africans stink, right? So
now, got to jump back in here again. If you listen to that clip that on Cameron's podcast, he was clear with what he stated. Let me tell you another thing that men don't do. No shot or disrespect to our women, but I have to make this point, okay? Grown men do not listen with emotions. We listen with our ears. Grown men do not listen with emotions. We listen with our ears. Cameron was very clear and articulate when he said someone else said that and made the statement. He didn't. If he wanted to say that, he would, but he didn't. A lot of people took that. He said African stink. That's not what that man said, you fucking liar. Moreover, Charles Tabansi, let me talk to you, fat boy. You need to be worried about getting them pounds off. You look like you're a husky motherfucker. You've been eating good over here in my country. Fat son of a bitch, you. Let me tell you something. Cameron is a success. He's very well known for what his craft was, which was music and other business ventures. What the fuck you got going on? Huh? What are you world renowned for other than whining on the internet like a bitch? See, let me talk to my ladies for a minute. And if you are women that are not FBA, I'm going to give you some advice. You ain't got to like what I say. I don't give a fuck about being liked. That's not my mission or my goal. What we better start getting back to, though, and I'm saying even for our own lineage here, you better start getting back to holding men, especially ones you choose to deal with, to a standard of, okay, before you open your mouth, what have you produced or what do you produce? Are you working on acquiring a skill to become a producer? If you ain't doing that, shut the fuck up. Let me just make it all the way plain so even a 5-year-old can understand it. If you are a male of any lineage that doesn't produce, do not critique the men that do. I wish that was the standard in society. You don't even have the right to talk. Nobody should take you serious if you can't show before you critique another man. Okay, what do you do, sir? What have you provided to the community? How many people do you employ? Are you working on anything? Are you a lawyer, your doctor? What you got going on? You on the internet whining to somebody in our country about what we say. Newsflash, motherfucker. If you don't like it, take your fat ass home. How about that?
he was laughing about it. Then Vic Mensa, who I just recently discovered not too long ago, the guy is really good at articulation and he's quite entertaining. Anyway, so I just stumbled upon his video on Instagram of him responding to Cameron. It got a lot of views, right? And I thought that was that. But then Cameron then responded to Vic Mensa on another episode of his show. He responded to him. So then today, I saw a video of Vic Mensa on The Breakfast Club. And he was on there addressing his dispute with Cameron. And for those of you who don't know, he's also starting a new podcast. He has Chance the Rapper and all of these people showing up there. So he addressed, in a very intelligent way, I have to say, the kind of back and forth between him and Cam. And he really went into detail about what he thinks lies at the root of the issue here. So I want to play what he had to say on The Breakfast Club today. And then we're going to come back and really get into the meat and potatoes of today's show. Take a listen to Vic Mensa here.
Which version of Vic do you think people are still judging you by, and why do you think it's you in the Confederate flag dress in the 3 Years Sober video?
Hey, look, you know, parody. It had to happen. You know what I mean? Everybody don't need a podcast, Mike.
I've been saying that forever. Yes,
you know
you're right.
And by the way, I love Cam. I would love to have Cam on my new show, the Vic Mensa Show. Even this conversation, it starts because I really do believe in the collaboration of Black people globally, like Malcolm did, or Martin did, or Angela, Maya Angelou, Marcus Garvey. Our North Stars, they believed in our unity and that being how we really get free. One more thing I'll say, though, is that
let's unpack that. I want to stay here.
Yeah, I'm staying here.
Right.
With Cam and his comments back to you, right? What would your conversation be with him? Like, do you feel like he missed the point that you were trying to make in your video about the whole African not wanting to claim being African conversation?
Well, at first he said that he felt that you misread what he was saying, that he was repeating what somebody said, and he thinks you took that out of context. That's where first. Was that the case?
You know, I think sometimes we're not all having the same conversation. Like nationality and ancestral origin and culture, these are all different things. I do see oftentimes that comments are made that Black Americans have no culture. I mean, that's just untrue. You know what I mean? Black American culture is the most globally influential culture on the planet. Every corner of the planet is emulating Black American culture. And the truth is also that we've been fed an anti-Black narrative on all sides. Like, as Black American people, we've been fed an anti-African narrative. As Africans, so often I see people fall into demeaning Black Americans because they think it's like their ticket to assimilation or proximity to whiteness. Like, all that shit exists. I don't think any relationship of substance can be based on a lie. Like, we can't brush none of that under the rug. It's all legitimate points of disagreement. But who does it benefit, though, for us to be separated is my big question.
All right, so let me pause Vic Mensa right here. Let me, I know y'all. I know, we finna unpack this shit. Listen, man. First of all, Vic, what I understand, one of your parents is white, the other is continental African, okay? So that makes you a biracial African American, which is what all of you that are immigrants over here are. You are African Americans, okay? So you got direct lineage to Africa. We are not. Our ancestors are here. Our ancestral culture is here, okay? We are foundational Black American freedmen, the people that go back to the foundation of this nation that were enslaved in American chattel slavery, okay? That's number one. Number two, being that you are not of our lineage, this is something that a lot of my peers just are kind of gun shy about saying it as stern as I'm going to say it. But you, my audience, I want you to judge whether this is the right tone to have or not. If you're not of our lineage, you don't have a say in none of our affairs. Because, see, you know, this is where you get your poetic Flacos, your academics, and whoever else you want to name speaking so boldly as if they have the right to represent us, talking about us and we. You're an outsider. That look like me stuff, having the same phenotype or skin complexion, that does not give you the right to speak for our lineage that you're not a part of. And we're not going to have you doing it anymore. You can get as mad about that as you want to. But see, if you took all of this fervor that you have for jumping in our lineage business and apply that to fixing where you come from, perhaps you have a lot of success. Now let's deal with this whole, because you got to acknowledge we the global culture. All of y'all everywhere, whether you African or Caribbean, everybody copies us. White folks copy us. Asians copy us. Hispanics copy us. Huh? So we don't tell us something we already know. We got that part. All you have to do is travel. So I tell my people, travel is the best education that you can get, okay? Now, the next point of contention that I have here, this whole being for global unity. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again, and y'all tell me if you think that this is the right mindset we're supposed to have currently in this delineation movement. In order for us to have any kind of unity, we got to have a couple of key things. One, we must have the same agenda. Right now, our agenda is basically dismantling white supremacy, systematic white supremacy, in the anti-Black hate crime bill, getting our reparations. Those are three components that we're focused on right now. You don't qualify for reparations. You don't fight white supremacy as a collective. We're not talking about individuals. Shout out to the routers that do. And you do not have the right to speak for our lineage. Beyond that, if we're going to have any type of unity beyond those things, unity must start in truth and reciprocation, not you come in gaslighting and lying by the various things they choose to lie about, tell the class lie. And you're not going to come to the table where we do all the work and then you get up, oh, y'all done? All right, let me come and get a plate. No. Everybody at this table going to put some food on it. You ain't going to just run up and take food off the table and then run off. No, you're going to bring something to prepare. You're going to help prepare it too. So all this global unity, yeah, it's a good concept if everybody does their part. And again, no disrespect to the women. I'm primarily directing this at the men, okay, of the Tether class. As men, when we come together, if we working on a project, if we building, You know, it's a shameful thing if all of us putting in the same amount of work, and then this one guy slacking over here, resting in the shade, taking a nap, and then we done, he jump up, yeah, we did it. No, we're not doing that no more. The training wheels are off. That's where we fucked up at. We didn't require them to come to the table with reciprocation of something. I mean, you sitting over there on all the minerals and resources that you letting other people rip you off for, and you can't bring nothing to the table? No, we're gonna have equivalent exchange from now on. That's just the way it's gonna have to be. No man should have a problem with that. If I go to any one of my brothers, man, we working on something, man, and hey, you know, he said, okay, brother, if I help you with this, you got to help me with that. Fair enough. We make that deal, and once I give that brother or sister my word is my bond. But see, in the Tether class, you don't have any honor. That's why they lie so much. That's why they're not ashamed of fleeing. They think fleeing is something to be proud of. Then for the love of God, I got to go here. A lot of you Tethers, man, one of the things that stops us from having any unity, and a lot of my peers won't say it this way, but I am. In order for us to have unity, you have to fix that comprehension issue that you have. You think that we flee in our own country. Y'all have heard it before. They think the Great Migration, us going from the south to the north, is us fleeing. No, we in the same country. Moving around for better economic opportunities in your own country is not fleeing, jackass. I mean, when you listen to them talk, they're so confused on everything. Salute to Latravia Lawson for the cash out. Thank you very much, my good brother. They're so confused on everything. How you going to bring anything of substance to any conversation or any type of building or whatever talking about unity if you run around in confusion? The other problem, and I'm going to go here, not a lot of people really drill down on this. A lot of you in the Tether class are cowards. You cowards. Right now, instead of going at the orange man and the political right that's getting you up out of here, they blaming us. Listen, you better go after the people that's writing the policy to get you up out of here. And you know the ironic thing, I got to drill this in on top of, because it goes in hand in hand with the cowardice. You're so cowardly that you won't fight white supremacy, and you think bending over and laying down and kissing ass is going to save you. You know what the ultimate pain got to be for a lot of them that's going to meet Barbecue right now? That's right, they're going to meet him. I don't know what kind of welcome he got for you, because, I mean, his name is Barbecue. You might be food. I don't know what you're going to do with you get back down there. But damn it, a lot of you voted for Trump. How you going to vote for somebody that's telling you, if you know you illegal, let's just say you finessed everybody, you done blended in. I want a you, nigga. Okay, you finessed everybody. Cool, you got it. That bought you a little time to get your shit in order. And that's crazy if you done been here 20 plus years and you didn't get your paperwork together. I get it if you took the chance and say, all right, man, I got to get over here and see what I can do. But after that long, you ain't got your shit together? So then you're going to turn around and finesse and figure out a way to vote for the man. You vote, that's like the damn tree voting for the axe, huh? The tree voting for the axe. Do you know how crazy? Think about how stupid you have to feel. If you voted for Trump, he going rally after rally saying, I'm going to get you out of here, man, mass deportation, blah, blah, blah. Man, come on, man. And you thinking, oh, I work so much harder. Oh, my goodness, man. I'm safe. I'm one of the hardworking ones. I'm not like you niggas. Okay, just imagine if you did that, and then boom, your ass show up somewhere. Them ice cold jump out boys hop out on your ass, and they fix you up with that fancy ankle jewelry that makes all types of sound. Beepity beep, beepity beep. Can you imagine? Oh, talk about the irony of that. So anyway. We can't have unity with everybody if we're not on the same page. Now, if you're another LBA brother, sister, and you fit the criteria I mentioned earlier, hey, man, I ain't got nothing but love and respect for you. I don't just call people tethers just because. No, you got to do something. You got to fit the criteria of a tether, which is undermining us, being disrespectful, and again, look at Candace Owens and Myron Gaines. There you go. If you're not like them, cool. Somebody isn't a tether just because they're non-LBA and they disagree with certain things. You know, hey, we can have a conversation and disagree, but at the end of the day, if you're talking about anything in our lineage, just understand this. We call the shots here. What have I told y'all over here? Now, everybody got their own take and modus operandi on this. I've told y'all for years, we do not owe every idiot a conversation, okay? We don't. We don't. Now, I don't know if Cameron has already talked to this guy or whatever, but If I was Kim, I would tell him, I'm like, man, I don't really have nothing to say to you, bro. I'm not checking in with you. This fake paternal instinct that they have over us, like we got to check in with them about things that we decide. That shit is over. You hear me? Now, I can't speak for other people's audience, but those of you that's over here, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me check the temperature. Let me not speak for my audience. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Let me ask a question. I'm going to ask this question. I'm going to give y'all time to sound out before we continue. Ladies and gentlemen that are foundational Black American freedmen, and shout out to our FBA brothers and sisters over here. It ain't nothing but love. You family over here, man. If you on code, your family. But I'm talking to my lineage right now. For those of you on the sound of my voice, male and female, that are foundational Black American freedmen, do you not agree that we don't owe it to anybody to explain ourselves about what we decide is best for the lineage? If you agree with that, light this chat up with the fire sign emoji. I want to see how many people agree with that assessment. Some of you may not. This is why I apologize for speaking for you. I'm going to ask you. Ask the question again. If you agree that we don't owe it to anybody to explain ourselves for what's in the best interest of our lineage, especially if they're not of the lineage, give me that fire sign emoji. I need you to burn the chat room up. I need everybody that agrees with that to sound off and let yourself be heard, okay? I need to see this because, see, let me tell you something that's been going around. I'm not going to call no names. But you got a lot of people that when I get on this microphone, I say something, they tend to think that I'm just blowing hot air. Nah, you better look at my chat room. You see this thing here. You don't need a fire extinguisher to put this motherfucker out. That's what grown folks do. We do what's in the best interest of our people. That's just like right now. Let me simplify it for you. Boy, y'all lighting it up. That's what I'm talking about. That's the right type of time to be on. Like I said, we're in an era now with this delineation, this generational lineage synergy. You got boomers that's on code. You got Gen X that's on code, millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha. It's across the board. And this is why they shook, ladies and gentlemen. Delineation is going to become a generational tradition. I mean, that end game shit you're talking about ain't no end game. Ain't no end game. There's no end game for us putting ourselves first when we put everybody else above us. Didn't have much saying, you know what? Hey, man, you black, I'm black. That's what we used to be on. Come on over here, man. Let's try to work together. Let's try to make something happen. And see, before I let this continue, I'm gonna twist the dagger of truth in these Tetherbacks tonight. Let me tell you what you could have had, Tether class. Since you say you hate delineation so much, by the way, you taught us. Y'all know the old commercial. I learned it from watching you, Dad. Thanks. Okay, because you were right. We over here, you come over here, we fight for you, get over here, hard sell act, all that good stuff. You get here, we thinking, okay, we gonna have some backup over here against these white supremacists. Let me tell you why you should be just sick right now. Just think if you came over here in the spirit of the original riders that came over here, because we had a few riders that came over here. We know who they are. If you had come over here and said, you know what? Yeah, I appreciate it. Y'all fought for us to come over here. Y'all going to help us learn the lay of the land. We going to build with you. Imagine if we had this present day. If that had continued throughout the generations that were born here from the immigrants, and most of us was partnering together to build a strong black economy that works for our people and yours, no matter where in the world we are. See, that would have been the start of some real Pan-Africanism. Think about how much power that you lost with that so-called tethering shit. You get your dumb ass over here and you say, oh, stay away from the Akata and all of that. And you group up in your little enclaves with no power. You rather kiss white ass than group up with your people and build a black economic base. See, let me explain this to you, because you should be sick right now. I think a lot of them are starting to realize this. Had that been the case over the last 50 years, we'll just say that, the last 50 years, we got black businesses between FBA, non-FBA, taking care of our community. We hiring our own people to the point we don't need nobody for nothing. Imagine the political power we would have if you had chosen the route of unity. See, the Pan-Africanists don't ever look at logistics. I do, okay? If you had chosen that route, not only would you be good here, you could have taken steps to say, okay, we got our weight up over here in America, thanks to our black American brothers and sisters. Hey, y'all, let's go back and take Jamaica back from these Chinese buying up our shit. Hey, y'all, we finna go make Haiti what it's supposed to be, man. We finna turn this thing into one of the greatest tourist attractions in the world. We're gonna clean it up. Oh, we finna go over here to any African nation where I'm from, hey man, 20 or 30 of us, we're going to get together and take some of these resources over here. We got an economic plan. We got businesses where we can employ people that, with the business that we have over here, we can employ you over here and do some expansion. Just think about all this that I'm saying now for the Pan-Africanists. Because they won't tell them this. You squandered an opportunity. And see, let me tell you one of the most harsh adult facts of life. There are some opportunities, once you squander them, the door is permanently closed. And that's where my people are. You can't tell us we don't have the right to do that. We spent years and years and decades giving what we didn't really have to spare, trying to make sure everybody else is good except for us. And every one of these groups that we did that for turned on us because you favored the oppressor, because you were so cowardly and afraid that you look at white supremacy as something insurmountable that can't be defeated. And you think the smart thing to do is capitulate to it. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a man and you think that way of any lineage, whether mine or non-LBA, you're a bitch. That's what you are. Nobody respects a bitch, okay? See, I told you, when I use the term bitch, I don't just say it about females that are not women. I call men bitches too. That is bitch behavior. I'll tell you what the opposite of bitch behavior is, though. For my foundational Black American Freedmen brothers, okay? When I ask you this question, or make this statement, rather, when I make this statement, I want every foundational Black American Freedmen man in this chat room to represent where you from by state or city, okay? I'm going to say it again. When I make this next statement, I want every foundational Black American Freedmen man to put what state or city you from. You see, the opposite of cowardice and capitulating to white supremacy is this. A man, M-A-N, earn honorable title. A man does this when faced with these white supremacists or any type of adversity. We look that shit straight, headlong in the face and say, damn it, before you get past me to harm my family and my community, you got to go through me first. We don't fear white supremacists or white supremacy. We don't. We don't look at it as a problem that can't be solved. What we do is say, okay, hey, it is what it is. You're not backing down. I'm not either. I got too much to lose. I got a family and a community to depend on me. That's what men do. And if come down to it, if we got to go, the way men think is, okay, if I'm leaving, you coming with me. I'm going to say it again. What men do, at the very least, if we can't beat that shit, we'll be like, okay, before you get past me, I'm taking as many of you motherfuckers with me as I can. Oh, Tether don't have that kind of spirit because we know what you do. The males over there, the Tether class males, the first thing you do, motherfucker come there, they could be hundreds of miles away. You got time to get a game plan together and form a defense. What? They are coming this way? Oh, no. You beat the women running. Yeah, I said it. They don't like hearing this, but tell me where I told a lie at. Running over here in droves, jumping up under ships and then cargo planes. Some of you risking your lives, killing yourself, trying to flee from where you at. Anywhere but your home country. Now, I can understand leaving a bad situation to try to get yourself together, but damn it, I'm going to just tell you right now, if that was me and I had to do that, and I'm proud of where my people are from, I got a strong family connection on both sides because you say you know who you are. That's the irony. We can show you where our people are buried over here. But if that was me, that would eat me every day. Sure, I would be comfortable. Sure, I'm in a new country. I'm making money. But I wouldn't be able to sleep, y'all. I would have to get up and get the men of my lineage to get, hey, man, dog, we got to go take home back, bro. We can't do this, man. How we going to be men in somebody else's country? How we just going to live the rest of our lives letting our oppressors live like kings and queens in our shit and set up stuff where we go over there, they tell us where we can't go in our country. Man, I'll be livid about that shit. Ain't no way I could rest. So you Tether class males, you're going to learn to shut the fuck up when you're talking to foundational Black American men in our country. Let's let it continue.
Like, who makes the money from the disjointed African diaspora, Black people of the globe not being unified?
And I do think we all generalize too much, right? Because if you listen to Cam's original comments, you can't make a broad generalization and say Native Africans do not genuinely embrace Black Americans. But there are a lot of Africans who do not embrace Black Americans.
Sure
they do
are.
look down on us. So I understood
sure.
what Cam was saying, but it was just a broad generalization. I think.
A broad brush is gonna miss detail every time. You know what I'm saying? Man, I've been looking into some of the knowledge, and like, you know, these are a lot of type of things that I break down on my new show. There's a company called Geo Group. It's the largest private prison company in America, responsible for incarcerating thousands of black people here for profit, modern day slavery. You know where Geo Group is also operating? South Africa. They got thousands of beds in prison facilities incarcerating black Africans on the continent for profit. So it's like, yo, we actually do share a lot. We share a literal common oppressor. We share a common enemy. And
I'm not going to let Vic get away with that. Now, see, this is another thing that I don't like. And they learned this from the white supremacists, by the way. Remember I told y'all when that goofball Democrat Beto O'Rourke was running for office? That Democrat, okay? If you don't know who he is, don't feel bad. You can use him or any Democrat or politician, period. When somebody comes before you and tell you about something you already know, let me put this in real plain context, because I like to reach everybody on every level. Imagine somebody coming to your house that you've lived in for however long you've been there, and they telling you about everything in your house like you don't know about it. I don't like when these tellers do this. They come over here and purport to know our history better than we do. And I got a hell of a broadcast coming up where I'm going to get deep into some history that y'all probably didn't know. Because I've had enough. I'm finna show you all them damn treaties that these motherfuckers signed. Come run over here talking about some reparations, gun and the like. Yeah, we finna bust that damn football wide open right there. We gonna go in on that. Just stay tuned. But see, what I don't like is he's sitting here stating about how much he knows about the private prisons for profit here and over there. Okay, Vic, Vince, whatever the fuck your name is, I don't really care. Vic Mensa, where's your plan to offset that? Now, if I'm wrong, anybody in my chat room is free to correct me. Does this boy, because I'm going to call you a boy since you ain't where you're supposed to be in your homeland, does this boy have any program or has he been known for advocacy over the years? Because I'll give him his props. If y'all tell me, hey, man, you got it wrong, man. The brother been working on that for years. Where is he leading the charge to say, hey, man, we got to stop this prison for profit stuff. Got this going on here in America. Let's unify against it. Where is he known for doing that? Yeah, see, this is the type of time we got to be on. See, this is why I make people uncomfortable. Don't tell me about a problem that you know about and try to hide behind. See, we got something in common. No, the fuck we don't. Because we got foundational black Americans that know about something and say, okay, now that I know about it, let's get a solution going for it. Let's try. Now, is he doing that? Talk to me. Oh, okay. So I'm not seeing any. And can't defend him if you can. You feel free. I'm not being sarcastic. If anybody can show me where this guy, this boy, has that going on to counter a problem. See, Vic Milson tells us, let me tell you something, man. We don't just talk about white supremacy. We actively fight it over here. We the only group in this country, really in the world, that actively oppose it. Why you think they prefer you over us? Oh, let's talk about that work hard bullshit. Oh, yeah, they blow smoke up your ass and tell you so much better, but you never question, why are they telling me this? They're telling you that because you're docile. They know you kiss their ass and you look at them as your deities. We don't. We'll slap the shit out these motherfuckers over here, and more than that if need be. And it doesn't matter whether it's civilian or race soldier. We don't stand around and just let them brutalize us with impunity. We fight when it look like it ain't no hope of winning. That's the foundational black American freedom spirit. You don't have it, tell the boy. See, that's the standard we got to start holding them to, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking to each and every one of you, brothers and sisters alike. No matter what lineage you're from, if you're over here, you're on code. Start demanding these people, don't just tell us about something as if you know more about it than us. We live it. How you going to tell us about what we experience and live? Come to the table with some solutions. Now, you come saying, okay, this is the problem I'm pointing out. I got a plan. Let's work together to get this solved. All right, come on with it. But you're not going to do that because it takes work. Let it continue.
And it benefits them for us to think we have no common ground.
Okay, fantastic. So you heard what he had to. You heard what he had to say. What are my thoughts about this? Again, I said this from the onset, or maybe I didn't, but I'm gonna say it now. That this is a very, very nuanced conversation. That's number one. And number two, I think it's something that I'm just being real with you. I don't remember conversations like this taking place. 5, 10, 15 years ago?
It's not a nuanced conversation. Let's get that clear right now. That's another word people like to throw around. Oh, it's so complex. It's nuanced. No, it's not nuanced. I'm going to tell you what it is, though. It's what we say it is. I've told y'all, this is not only the era of delineation, this is the era of declaration. Charles Tabansi and all the rest of you tethers, if you crying about that, wait till the rest of this economic delineation kicks in. And boy, finally, because you know I was one of the first people to start saying that. Finally, people are catching on. I told y'all that must be next. See, it's one thing to get it together, get organized, and get on code. Great. We need that. Got to have the right thinking before you take the right actions, okay? But the next thing you must do is say, okay, since you're going to be disrespectful, hey, we'll cut the supply line off for money. Hey, we'll stop supporting your businesses and put that money back in our community and become your economic competition. Bottom line, if we build you, we can break you, okay? When I say that, I'm talking to all of you in my chat room. What you build with your foundational Black American freedmen dollars, foundational Black American man and woman, you can break. Do you hear me? I want to give further encouragement to my sisters that have finally woken up and seen the light. Welcome home. For those of you that no longer support Funky K, see, you know, a lot of women talking about being strong and independent and all of that. Well, let's talk about what real strength is. When you break the economic legs of one of these disrespectful motherfuckers like Funky K, you raggedy bitch, compare my lineage to a damn terrorist organization. Fuck you. Break that bitch's economic legs. Because without you, she don't have nothing. But that dusty ass Tether husband that she married to, that boy don't produce a goddamn thing. He hanging on to her funky flat ass for that damn green card. My sisters, start learning. Cut the economic legs from the people like that and some of these corporations. Oh, everybody should be able to get it. Our dollar has power. Everybody knows that except for some of us. It's time for us to realize that. Before we get back to fact, but look at this pathetic motherfucker right here, man. I wouldn't even be on camera looking like this as a man. Man, you big rotund son of a bitch. But like I've always told y'all about corporations, each and every one of you, even if you're not a stock market whiz or anything, you should always look at all the corporations, even the things you get them necessity, and say, okay, this is a publicly traded company. How can I get some of my money back? I always tell y'all, you should try to beat the corporations every year more than they beat you. Meaning if you're going to buy the expensive iPhones and Apple, you should have some shares in that. You get some ETFs in these things so you get some of your money back, okay? When you get a collective of us thinking cutthroat about our economics, boy, not only will these melanated tethers that look like us get some act right, all of them will get some act right, including the white ones. Let me tell you something, man. I love the roast just as much as anybody. Nobody can beat us doing that. But you really want to make a powerful statement? You got two languages you can speak to make people understand you. I don't advocate for the first one unless it's protecting yourself or your family. The first one is loss of life, blood, and loss of money, okay? Again, I do not advocate the first unless you're defending yourself or your family. It ain't off the table, but it shouldn't be the first option. The second option, cut the money off. Cut the money off. Watch how fast you get a motherfucker's attention when that dollar drop. Hey, what the hell going on? Oh boy, the corporations get nervous. But see, a lot of our people, I know why we haven't really come into our own with that until just now. This is why I tell y'all, just you are what you eat, you are what you think. You have to understand the propaganda effect. If you are conditioned over and over every day for people to tell you that you less than, you got the white supremacists, Jason, not these damn tellers, everybody kicking down on us. If you don't counter that with black empowerment and surround yourself with people that's on code, that'll mess with your mind. You start to believe that this artificial condition that we in is actually just our fault because we don't work hard enough. As if any of them groups ever work hard. We know the white supremacists don't work hard because you steal from everybody. The white supremacists adjacent don't work hard because you get handouts. Asian hate crime bill. Oh yeah, I went there. I did. And everybody else that come after that. All these little DACA program, that's a fucking handout according to you of our taxpayer dollars that we can't get. You see what I'm saying? You want to become powerful? Cut them economic needs off and then watch them squirm around on the ground and flop around, okay? It's that time. You get serious about controlling your economics and your dollar, you shit guys like this up. Because then, hey, boy, you ain't going to have too much to worry about. You'll lose some weight then, won't you, fat boy? Right now, hey, you got a few little coins to jingle together, man. You know what I'm saying? You keep your little Hostess Twinkies or whatever the fuck you eating over there coming in. But when that money dry up, oh, boy, watch how them attitudes change. I'm going to let him continue whining, though, because I'm going to make a point after he finished babbling here.
I don't. Now, full disclosure, let me give you guys my background so everyone knows. Born in the United States, first generation American. Mom is Sierra Leonean. Dad is Nigerian. Dad never spent a day. He didn't live in America. My dad actually wanted me to go back to Nigeria to live with him, but my mom said, no, you stay with me.
Uh-oh, did y'all hear that right? Okay, Charles, well, see, your first order of business should be to worry about your own family situation. Let's look at what he just told us, okay? Said his mother is Sierra Leonean. Said his father's Nigerian. He said his father dipped on the family. Hell of a man that was. You leave your wife and your child over here to fend for themselves alone. You need to be trying to figure out what type of stock you come from, boy. It's no wonder you on the internet whining to another man or their lineage, worrying about what we need to do because you was raised up under your mammy. Huh? That's what you need to worry about. Get the bitch out you, okay, and start producing something. That's what you need to be worried about first and foremost. You come from a broken home, boy. On top of that, to make it worse, your tethers. You ain't supposed to be here like that. Yeah, I said it. That's what you need to be concerned with. All the things that's going to come out your mouth after that is irrelevant, but he's going to try anyway. Let's let him continue.
I've lived in West Africa, lived in Sierra Leone, lived in Nigeria, grew up in the States, born in Maryland, grew up in New York City, lived in Europe. So I've lived everywhere, right? And
you just all over the place like a damn ping pong ball. All over the place. Everywhere except where you're supposed to be. You notice he ain't really talking much more about that dad, though. You notice that, right? Yeah, there's a reason for that. You probably don't even know him that well. You know where he's from. Well, at least you know him. But you know where he at. But if he didn't spend time raising you, I mean, he didn't even come and get you. Let's just say him and your mama couldn't make it, okay? He didn't even have you coming back and forth with us so you could get to know his people. I guess that's too much like manhood. You know, Tether class males don't do that. Ladies, you better watch it. You can date whoever you want. Don't get knocked up by one of these Tether class males. Don't you do it. Let it continue.
I've met people from all walks of life. So I like to view myself as a global citizen. And to me, I wear it as a badge of honor because it allows me to be quite open-minded here. The point I'm making is this, however. I noticed that this wasn't a thing 5-10 years ago. This conversation really started when Trump got into office.
No, fat boy. See, this is that confused, out-of-brain Tether logic. Let's deal with this wasn't around 5-10 years ago. Nah, you really haven't been paying attention. The delineation movement is going on damn near 7 years old now. It's about to be there. 6 years, but it'll be 7 for by the end of this year. Listen, let me explain something to you. These conversations have been going on. A lot of us have been noticing how we've been being disrespected by the Tether class. We would just say, okay, yeah, man, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And just go about our day. But see, the one thing that you learning now, Charles Tabansi, you the white supremacists already knew this. You late to the party. One thing about our people, I will admit it, we are a hard-headed lineage. It takes a lot for us as a collective to get where we supposed to be sometimes. That's one of the things that I regret. Now, and we're working on that. This delineation has started to clean that up, though. One of the things that you do not want, pay attention, tellers, you do not want to get the collective of foundational Black American men and women focused on correcting any problem. Once you do that, that's your ass. That's ball game. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Are the victories going to be quick? Not all the time. Sometimes it will be. Shout out to Augustfield 2023, the Alabama River Brawl. You found out what happened with that one, huh? But sometimes in the greater scheme of things, in the context of history and bigger things, when it comes to us fighting back, yeah, at the very least, if we can't win, we'll fight your ass to a stalemate. You won't move, we won't move. So the white supremacists know this, Charles. You just not finding out. Now, you complaining about these conversations went around 10 years ago, 5 years. Yes, they were. You just wasn't aware of it. You think that us checking you about being disrespectful in our homeland is hate. Well, fuck you. Call it whatever you want. You're not going to gaslight us and shame us and make us stop checking you. You're going to stop being disrespectful first. What do you mean, nigga? What are you going to do? Oh, don't worry about it. We're going to show you what happens when we take these dollars away from them businesses. Yeah. I bet you that tuna change did. You're going to learn just like the Asians did. And see, I'm going to tell you what I like, too. Our people need that extra kick in the ass because you remember what the Asians did? They jumped out, oh, you'll be right back in here. You ain't going to do nothing. Oh, they just got bold with it. I'm like, man, do you know what kind of lineage you talking to? Oh, boy, don't threaten us with a good time. The one thing you don't tell us what to do, what we better not do, or what we ain't going to do. Okay. We're going to show you better than we can tell you. How's that working out for you, soy sauce supremacists? That's right. That's what I call them, the soy sauce supremacists. Oh, they crying, boy. Hey, man, listen, we'll make our own Chinese food or Asian food and make it taste better. You know, anything we get our hands on, we perfect it. You ain't giving us nothing we can't get. So these conversations have been around for longer than 5 or 10 years. It's just now you're starting to see people take determined action towards correcting that bad behavior that you got going on. And the ultimate correction, if you're here legally, hey, ice, baby, get your ass up out of here. Yeah, that's happening. We call them on you. We don't write the policies, but we can take advantage of the policies that are there. If your ass is here legally, you going home now. Oh, listen, I done got a lot of them up out of this city. Oh, boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Hey, I'm calling all the time. Hotline blowing up. Tips here, tips there. I'm trying to tell you. You earned this. And before anybody, oh, why are you doing that? No. How you going to be in somebody else's house and be a problem and then they not kick you the fuck out? They'd be crazy not to. Yeah, you finna go. You going back home. Now, what you going to do when you get there, I don't know. But I do know one thing. I'm going to tell you why I don't think it's cruel. I'm going to tell you, because I'm going by what you've told my lineage, okay? See, that's what he looked like he nervous about. Look at them big ass eyes. He's scared to death. Boy, is your paperwork together? That background you described, is your paperwork together? Are you sure? Is that the real story? Because see, this is why I don't find it cruel. What have they told us? They work so much harder and they so much smarter. Cool. If you have those qualities, that means you're going to be good money anywhere in the world you go. Think about it. You got all this hard work and you smart. Shit, them the only two things you need to make it somewhere. Intelligence and a work ethic. Oh, man, what you crying about, man? Come on, dog. You got it. What? You ain't no need when they, man, you should be defiant when they put the ankle monitor on your bitch ass. You should be like, oh, shit, nigga. Man, that's all right. When I get home, man, shit, I'm going to start selling these. These going to be a symbol of defiance. You should be talking cash shit if you got all this hard work ethic and you so goddamn smart. What you crying on the ground for? No, please. Shut the fuck up. I'm just saying. I mean, I know I would be if I had it like that. Hey, I know I got all this intelligence, this work ethic. Shit, man, you should be bringing it on, man. Shit, go ahead and drop me off. I can go tomorrow. Come on with it. You'll be telling them, hey, man, speed up the process. Fact of business, fuck that. Just give me the paperwork. I'll fill it out and send it back to you. Just go ahead and take me to the crib. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all see them doing that, huh? Where they doing that at? Nah, talk to me. Y'all think I'm laughing. No. I'm serious. Where they doing that at? Where they poking their chest out? Man, fuck this immigration. Fuck this ICE detention center, man. I'm walking up in this bitch. Where the first plane so I can jump on this bitch? I'll go home. If you got all this pride, you supposed to walk to that motherfucker with your flag of your country. Man, send me back where I came from. Come on with it. But we know you ain't gonna do that. Do you know how many of these motherfuckers would be crying and rolling in the ground? Boy, if they was actually had a 24-hour operation just circling every day, scooping their asses up. Man, boy, they'll be out here begging. Then now you all want to be black all of a sudden. That ain't gonna help you now. That ship done sailed. I'm gonna say it again. That ship has sailed. No, we not all black. No. You gonna be what you are, what you told us you were, and where you from. Okay. So Charles, you can be as nervous as you want. We not having no nuance. We having declaration, meaning we gonna do shit our way and what's in the best interest of our lineage. If you don't like that, you can go home. You can go to Sierra Leone or you can go to Nigeria. That's where you say your people from. So why you complaining, player? I know why you complaining. Because you ain't going to be able to eat as good as you eating over here, fat boy. Well, tough titty, New York City. You better figure it out. Because it's only going to get tougher from here. Let it continue.
And it really picked up during the second term. And I think with Trump coming to office, it brought in the culture wars. And it was something that's very.
Hold on, I got to stop him again. The culture wars. Okay, see, now I got the punch down. Family, can I ask y'all a question real quick? Brothers and sisters in the chat room, can I ask you a question? I need to understand something, okay? Tell me this. Foundational Black American freedmen culture and all these other adjacent cultures that are not trying to represent their culture, they're emulating ours. What culture war are we having with anybody? Huh? Did I miss something? What culture war are we having? Because these tethers will say anything. We got to make this make sense. Charles, there's no war to fight against our culture? What culture is going to go to war with ours? If we just talk on the basis of culture. How you going to go to war with our culture when you too ashamed to claim your own? Everybody over here trying to dress like us, walk like us, talk like us, sing like us, rap like us, dance like us, wear their hair like us. I mean, come on, man. How you going to have a culture war when you won't even pull yours out the box? Except for when you know what I'm saying, off in your little enclave, you pull out your little flag. See, that YouTube short that I put up is quite accurate. It's funny, but it's accurate. Yeah, culture war. Really? Shit, you hide your culture most of the damn time. So where is it at for you to go to war with us? That's so ridiculous, man. I'm sorry. I just had to get it for that one. Culture war. Man, it's nonsense, man.
Very, very lucrative for people online. The culture wars. Any kind of culture war. Getting rid of the immigrants. You have the far right drifting even further right to the pandering to them. You have the black MAGAs. Like it's just there's always something to fight about today. And this is just another thing. Now, if
you know, let me point this out too, because he's going on about black MAGA. You can't even pronounce shit right. But look, see, this is another problem that you have. You confuse frightened tethers. You think that all the white supremacists or the bad guys are only on one political party. As foundational Black Americans, those of us that are on code that are not cooning, we've told you the white supremacists are in both parties, the Republicans and the Democrats. I'm going to prove it. I'm going to make it simple. We ain't going to even get into policy or none of that. Let's just prove it. Right now, the Republicans are getting y'all asses up out of here left and right. And if they ain't getting y'all there, they hooking you up with that fancy ankle jewelry, okay? And the Democrats, I'm going to show you how they white supremacists. Pay attention, tellers. Come to the front of the class. Come on up here. I'm going to show you something because I know them look confused, afraid, till the brains don't work too well, okay? So I'm going to make this very plain. When Jim Crow Joe Biden opened the floodgates and let you over here, okay? Because that was the most record numbers y'all fleeing all across the border, okay? Don't you think that if he really loved you so much and wanted you, because y'all hopping up and down, oh, yeah. Don't you know that he would have put protections in place to keep you over here? Let that sink in. If these are your friends, they gave you all them goodies. See, that's what happened. You got all them free set-aside stuff. You thought they really liked you. For setting you up. They set you up. You got a bunch of free shit. You got lazy. And you wasn't thinking too much, so that wasn't intelligent. So I don't want to hear nothing about smarter. And then on top of that, instead of you coming out in droves to support Kamami, thank God we dodged the bullet with that, because most of us with sense didn't vote for that raggedy bitch. But instead of y'all turning out to support Kamami, y'all go look at them exit polls. Don't trust me. These dumbasses, hello, Chef Creole, you voted for the orange man. Damn. If that don't show you white supremacy is in both parties, I don't know what will, fat boy. Let's let it continue.
You look at the title of our show, I wrote The Internet War. Why did I say that? I say that because I very much believe that this is a thing that exists on the internet. And in real life, people are not wrestling with these issues. People are busy trying to pay their bills, take care of their kids, advance in their careers, and actually build their lives.
Oh, you correct. You correct about all of that, Fat Boy Charles. Yes, you are. People trying to do all of those things. We really definitely are doing all those things. But see, Fat Boy Charles, let me talk to you. Okay. This whole just internet thing, you better ask the Democrat Party how that worked out for them. They said that too. We were supposed to be rushing bots and oh man, it's just on the internet thing. FBA is just a hashtag. Shout out to punk ass O'Shea Duke Jackson. The hashtag FBA, that passive aggressive bullshit. You go ask these political parties if we just online. You go ask these agents that's missing these dollars now if we just online. If it's just online, what you crying so hard for? Have y'all ever noticed that this delineation had their ass so shook that they got to tell themselves whatever make you sleep at night. But if it was just online, you would wake up and just be laughing. Look at the distress on this boy's face. Did this look like somebody that believes something is just online? You can see the wrinkles in his little tether forehead. And for the love of God, I just saw it. Tethers. Listen, these fucked up hairlines, these haircuts. Why this boy tape line leaning and bobbing all over the place? Get a fucking ruler and just cut along the ruler if you can't do no better. Shit. This don't make no sense, man. Have somebody teach you how to cut some hair, man. Come on, man. Wear a hat or something. Anyway, what I'm saying is this. You're not going to sit up here and whine your way out of this. You can lie all you want. When you wake up, this delineation train is still going to be going. And see, it's not just on the internet because you're affected by it. That means you've heard it around you. You're starting to get scared. You're seeing the effects of delineation. Bottom line, if we don't protect your bitch ass, you getting up out of here. Why you think they coming for you so easy? If you had partnered with us, they would be hesitant to do anything to you. That's what, you're starting to realize that now, huh? Without us, you have no protection in this country at all. So all that arrogant shit, we're not putting up with that no more. You're not going to bite the hand that feeds you and then keep getting fed. No, we're going to let you starve. Or better yet, you probably won't starve though. Let me take that back because you know you smarter and you work harder, okay? So you're going to be just fine. Don't keep crying, boy. Don't keep crying. Get up and get to work. You know, work hard. Let's let it continue.
I don't think that people sit down and, I don't think there are people in Africa sitting down and saying, man, I hate African Americans, or people in Africa and in the States, everyday people talking about, man, they're not thinking about them. People are living their lives. People don't have energy for this. People are thinking of how to take care of themselves and feed themselves. And that's what I think people are.
Well, homeboy, let me correct you. We got plenty of energy for it. We've got energy to withdraw our economics from people that disrespect us, okay? We've got energy to make sure that we feed our families by putting ourselves in the best economic positions possible, focusing on building our businesses, getting you funky tethers up out of here that undermine us in the workplace and in politics, okay? So no, we got plenty of energy for it. Again, this is why we can't have unity. We not on the same type of agenda. Your agenda is to get over here and bow up under the first white ass cheek that you can find. Our agenda is breaking the system of white supremacy and being independent, building our own, passing things down generationally. That's what we on. We're not going in the same direction. We definitely not going in the same direction if you're here illegally. You going home. Barbecue is waiting, okay? Or wherever you're going, okay? So, what I would do if you're headed down there with barbecue, you might better holler at him and see how you can make yourself useful now, because, hey, he didn't get that name for nothing. Let it continue.
Dominantly focused on. Now, I want to make a quick distinction here, and there's a reason I put Tariq Nasheed's face on the thumbnail. I was going to put Cam, but the reason I didn't put Cam is because I said that's not really at the core of the issue here.
No, the reason you put Brother Tariq's face on your thumbnail on his original video, because that's what he did. You did that because you want to generate clicks and views, and my brother's very name has become a cottage industry. I've told him that, a couple years back, that, hey, that's how they eat. And shout out to Brother Tariq for finally, realizing, hey, man, I'm not going to go in your room and give you no clout. You need to earn that. You know what I'm saying? You need to earn it. If anything, you come over to his platform where you can generate him money, okay? Shout out to you, Brother Flex, man. I told you for years, man, don't let these people, man, you go in there, man, and boost that. Because, that's what they count on, because they know, hey, if he come over there, if he just sit there, oh, my God, Tariq is in here, boy. You really love Brother Tariq, tell us you do. Because, you know, with this internet stuff, man, if you open up a TikTok space, an X space, he comes to your live stream on YouTube, oh, boy, you just so happy to be there. You don't hate that, brother. You actually love it. You do. Yeah, Charles, that's why you put his face on your thumbnail. And don't lie about it, little bear claw-handed motherfucker you. I hate that disingenuous stuff. Listen, man, if you're going to be a bitch, be a good one. A good bitch is an honest bitch, okay? Everybody knows that the best bitch is an honest one. A dishonest bitch, nobody likes one of those, Charles. And you're going to be a fat bitch at that. Come on now. You can't be both. You can't be dishonest and fat. Pick a struggle, fat boy. And you got a fucked up hairline? Come on, son. You do better, man. Go all in or go home. Well, we know you're not going to go there, though. Let it continue.
So I put Tariq Nasheed's face on there alongside Vic Mensa. There's something I want to just make clear quickly. I want to make a quick distinction between FBA and African Americans.
First of all, just as I said, you don't get to make a distinction of nothing. Look at the arrogance. I want to make a distinction between FBA and African Americans. No, you don't make the distinction. We do. Foundational Black American, I always put Freeman on the end, are the people that go back to the founding of this country and can trace our lineage back to American chattel slaves. Okay? African American is what you would be, sir. Since you're here legally, I assume, we don't know because you might have word, I assume you're here legally, you would be an African American if you came from an African country. That's what I said. Remember when I told y'all years ago, I was one of the first, if not the first person to say, hey, that Black American term alone is problematic. That legally includes these tethers. If they're here legally, it also includes people like Mindy Kaling's brother. Remember that motherfucker? A damn East Indian pretending to be African American. So see, while you mentioning brother Tariq, whether it's Tariq or anybody that point out things like that about the problematic African American term, for those of our lineage that's giving them pushback, let me talk to them. I hate you hoe ass motherfuckers, man. Especially if you're a man doing that. If you was a chick, okay, man, chicks gonna babble against anything. They don't really have much sense. The ones of them that act that way, shout out to our sisters that don't. Thank God for y'all own co-sisters with some real sense. But for the men that's just arguing against that brother just because you don't personally like him, how about you look at whether he's right or wrong about what he's saying? Is what he's saying true or false? Huh? That's why I tell y'all that like and don't like stuff, that's for toddlers, man. We grown men. You know, that's my brother from another mother. But if I did have a problem with Tariq and I'm listening to him and the brother making sense, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I might not say horses with that brother, but he got a point there. If I was the type of man that had a problem with that brother, so first of all, how you gonna have a problem with somebody you don't personally know? That man, you ain't gonna never run into that man nowhere, chances are. If that man ain't on vacation with his family or somewhere, or he's working on something productive, and we know you ain't gonna come nowhere with no real work. I tell you what, I'm finna really make it hurt now for all of you. I hate to read. You tell us, how about you do this? Instead of whining and talking about counting his pockets, oh, this one gonna hurt. How about you ask the man for a job? How about that? You know you need it. Since you want to count, because see, to me, I'm gonna ask y'all, ladies and gentlemen in the chat room. This is for the ladies and gentlemen. I need to ask because I like to ask my audience questions. If you see somebody worrying about another person's bag, huh? All the money you got. To me, that sounds like a broke motherfucker. That sounds like somebody in need of a job. I mean, does it sound that way to y'all? Huh? If I hear anybody, that's one thing you'll never hear me do unless it's in conjunction to something about where our money is going. For our reparations. By the way, speaking of that, I hadn't done this in a while since a good many people over here. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat room, for those of you that are academically astute and you like math like me, I want you to watch this site right here. I'm going to put in the chat 3 times. Okay? I want you to pay attention to this site that I'm putting in the chat room 3 times. Okay? Because this is where our reparations money, the lion's share of it, is going to these funky ass tether countries. That's the lion's share of our reparations right there. Go and look on that site that I just put in the chat room. All of y'all need to bookmark that. That tracks our tax dollars going under the guise of foreign aid, puppet bribe money to these other countries, okay? Thank goodness the orange man dried a lot of that up, but it's still too much going out for me. But I'm just asking my chat, though. When you hear somebody count somebody else's bag, don't you think that person need a job? Because if your bag was straight, you wouldn't care what nobody else got. I've given this analogy about that goddamn pocket watching, right? If I'm in a restaurant of my choice, my favorite restaurant, and I go in there and they got what I like on the menu, I get a plate full of it, I got everything, even dessert. Okay, I got what I need. I don't care what the person on the other side of the table or behind me, I don't care. That's their plate. I don't care what they got over there. I got what I want. So when you pocket watching, you're telling on yourself you're broke. Stop worrying about Tariq pockets and go ask the man for a job. Maybe he'll let you sweep up around a hidden history museum outside of something. I don't know, wash some windows, but you need to go get you some employment somewhere, goddammit. Let's let it continue.
I think the vast majority, the vast majority of African Americans do not think about this kind of stuff on a day-to-day basis. I don't think they spend any time.
We don't know what the African Americans think about because we not them, but I know what foundational Black Americans are on, and you gonna know too, fat boy. That's why you so worried.
Time on it. I think, again, people are living their lives and they're focused on what they're focused on. I think, however, FBA is now saying that we are African Americans, so therefore what's happening is that by you constantly poking fun at immigrants and all of this, well, what's eventually going to happen is you're going to create creators that now push back on you. And that's ultimately what has been happening. But I want to make that distinction.
Oh my God, boy, the sycophantic delusion right here. Okay. Charles, let me tell you something, homie. Let me make this loud and clear to you, fat boy. Okay. You can start as many podcasts as you want. You can push back, air quotes, all you want. You don't give a fuck what you say. Nothing you say on your microphone is going to change this delineation movement. Do you not understand that, Tether boy, you and your ilk? Hold on. Let me go back to my esteemed audience over here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe I have it wrong. Maybe the 148 of you in here can correct me. Maybe I don't know everything. I'm a humble man. I don't know everything. Are y'all gonna change delineation because of anything Fat Boy here or any of these tethers that jump up here and start podcasts say? Is that gonna stop the delineation train? Is it? I want to know. But maybe I need to change my tune. Now, listen, man, if y'all correct me, nah, brother, yo, we going to throw in the towel. We going to go back to being African-American and we all Black and, you know, we Pan-African and all this other stuff. I mean, look, oh, shit, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm looking at my chat room here. Oh, shit. Wait, y'all not going to stop? You mean to tell me Fat Boy Charles don't scare none of y'all in here? Y'all don't respect Fat Boy Charles? Come on, man. Well, okay, brothers, I see y'all just hating. Okay, well, ladies, hold up, ladies. Let me holler at y'all. You know, cause we got some attractive sisters here. Not more attractive than my lady, though. Okay, shout out to you, babe. You know who you are. Listen, ladies, I need to holler at y'all, though. Ladies, let me ask you something, okay? Now, you see this specimen up here. Now, I don't know what y'all like, but, you know, Fat Boy Charles, he probably got it going on now. You know, hey, if you stop this delineation, you could be Mr. Tabansi next, okay? You could come on now. Y'all don't want to jump on that train? All you got to do is stop delineating. That's all you got to do, okay? Don't here to be African-American, you know, get on the Pan-African train. Now, he might want some little Tether babies from you know, so you might have to take care of that. Come on, ladies. Y'all ready? Ain't none of y'all going to bite? Oh, the women in here quiet. What? Y'all don't want one of these? Come on, man. I'm being silly because it's funny, man. They get so full of themselves. Don't nobody give a fuck what you say. We are a lineage of 50 million plus people, and the greater majority of us that are on code, we don't care nothing about what you're talking about. We're going to have our just due in our country. We're going to get these reparations. We're going to get the anti-Black hate crime bill, and we're going to take care of our community and our families. That's what we're going to do. We're going to dismantle the system of white supremacy. That's going down. Well, white supremacists are doing a lot to dismantle that themselves. So, thanks. But hey, we still going to make sure we kick that motherfucker in his grave, you know what I'm saying, and keep it there for all time. That's what we going to do. Now, seems like what you going to do, you got to worry about getting them pounds off you, okay? You got to worry about picking a permanent place to stay because you look mighty worried. I don't think that paperwork is in order. You're probably telling us something that might not be true. I don't know. It's up to you. But I mean, people that are good don't worry like this, Charles. Okay? Now, the rest of you tellers got to figure out how you're going to solve that tribalism issue. Because, see, it's one thing if you tribalistic where you come from. They bring that bullshit over here. It wouldn't make no sense. I'm just using these demographics here, these ethnic groups as an example. It wouldn't make no sense for you if you're a Ghanaian over here and you're a Nigerian. Y'all shouldn't be beefing. You should be trying to get some money together and go back and help both of your countries. These motherfuckers keep the beef up. All you got to do is go on Facebook. They going at you 24/7 on X. I'm like, damn, you still tribal over here? So just because, you get some functioning lights and water, and then you can have a few little freedoms that we fought for you to have, thank you, okay? You still going to be tribal? You sit here and you get played in your country by the oppressor, then you get played by them over here because you want to get up on them. Let me talk to you, tellers, to the tether class male and tether class female. If your only goal to be successful is to be up under a white man or white woman, you are the ultimate fucking failure. You don't have no right to come to this talking about no damn unity. All you want is a pat on the head from the alabaster people, and that's it for you. We have loftier ambitions, and we're going to get our goals accomplished without you. Go work hard.
Distinction, because this is not the target African Americans. Because again, growing up, we never had these conversations, right? Never, ever, ever, never. And I grew up in New York City. One of my dudes was from Jethro, he Haitian. Another one of my guys, Trinidadian. Andrew, I guess you would call him Black American. Like we never had these conversations. We don't have to, like, what do you, what? Like nobody talking about this in reality, right?
If you grew up in New York, why you so fucking soft, boy? Last time I checked, New Yorkers had thicker skin. But you're not really a New Yorker, though. That's the thing. Running to a place doesn't make you what those people are. Paperwork doesn't make you what these people are. You grew up in New York, boy. I bet your soft ass didn't ever come outside. This is pathetic. New Yorkers that I know, hey, man, where my New Yorkers in the building, man? We got any New Yorkers in here, man? Shout out to my brother Raheem Shabazz, sincere love the guy. Where my New Yorkers at, man? Huh? Where we at? Because the New Yorkers that I know, they ain't soft like this, okay? You can't make it in that city if you soft, all right? Nah, boy, you better go somewhere else. That ain't gonna work. Of all places, amongst many, if you soft as baby shit, you ain't gonna make it in New York, okay? Don't now. It's a nice place to visit for you, but you might not want to live there. Let me tell you something. The rats in New York are gonna bully you around. Hey, son, see you went and got them groceries, Dunny. Run that. What? You heard me, son. Don't make me come back here with 4 or 5 rat packs. Tear this motherfucker up. Come on now. Hey, you know what I'm saying? The rats will kick your ass. They know you can't be soft in New York. Man, the rats so gangsta, that motherfucker. You get on one of them subways and lounge if you want to, and you got a Mickey D's bag or Burger King bag. Man, they'll jump up there and take that shit from your ass and dare you to say so. What, son? What? Okay? You see a rat with a fitted cap on that motherfucker, you know you're in trouble. I'm just saying, boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're a New Yorker, boy. Get out of here. Let it continue.
So let me give you guys my take on all of this. My take is simply this. You have a set of people that really hate Africa. And when I say they hate Africa, they hate Africa.
Yeah, like you. Who hate? Oh, okay. Many of us have said this. I got to throw it in here. Don't nobody hate Africa more than the Africans that's running from the motherfucker. How you love something so much you running away from it? Huh? I'm going to say it again. How do you love something so much you never did and you always running from it? Don't look like love to me. Let's make it even more simple because, we like to put it in terms of 5-year-old can understand over here. Let's make it extra simple. Ladies and gentlemen in my chat room, okay? I'm saying this to both genders alike. We got to teach a lesson, okay? If either one of you in here, ladies and gentlemen, was madly in love with somebody, okay? All you head over here, this is your person, all right? Every time you try to shoot your shot, they take off running from you. Does that sound like they love you or not? Huh? I mean, you can't get in touch with them. They see you coming, they cross the street. Hey, you do get close to them, they curve your ass. I mean, does that look like love? Because, see, that's the relationship that they have with these nations they come from. Come on now. Oh, you never heard nobody put it to you like that, huh? Yeah. See, this is why they don't like me. Ask me, do I give a fuck? I don't care about that. You got to like me. That ain't what I'm here for. How you gonna love something you don't never stay where it's at? Come on, man. Salute to Mashama Green for cash out. Thank you very much. Thank you. How you gonna love something if you ain't never where it's at, though? The last time I checked, if you love something, if you love a favorite food, you eat it a lot. If you have a favorite place, you go there a lot. Huh? You got a favorite outfit, you wear it as often as you can. You got a favorite cologne, you gonna put that on. Do I need to keep going? You talking about we hate Africa? We not from there. We'll visit there if we choose to and come back, and that's it. We hate Africa? No, motherfucker. The people that's leaving there and ain't coming back, the brain drain that's going on, I'll give credit where credit due. They have brilliant young men and women over there. They have the youngest population on the planet. And I do empathize with them, and I'm going to tell you why. I've said it many times over the years on broadcasts, if you know anything about the situation on the continent. It's basically now there's two major players over there that's dividing everything up, the Russians and the Chinese. And at the rate they're being sold out, man, them young people ain't gonna own shit in their own countries. Can you imagine that somewhere you grew up, where your people are there, buried there, history there, and you wake up one day and you don't own nothing. And you the majority now. It's not like over here with the white supremacists are the majority. You over there, do you know how shameful that will be? Charles, let me talk to you, fat boy. This is what you need to be concerned with. The future of the continent. You better look at how fast them Chinese are buying up things, how quick them Russians are swindling people out of stuff that's supposed to be national assets, your seaports, your airports, your power mines, your power companies, your diamond mines, all them resources, just swindling you. What's going to be left for the future generations on the continent? Those brilliant young African men and women over there that you keep selling them out, their elders keep selling them out to the point that that's what the future they're going to be looking at. Huh? You should be ashamed that your people have a term called Joppa. Because you old motherfuckers didn't make no way for the younger people to take advantage of things. They got much talent there, but they can't make a living at home. They got to go everywhere else but where they live at. That's what you should be focused on. You and you Pan-Africanists. Why don't you tell these motherfuckers, hey, man, this is their country, foundational Black Americans. Whatever they got going on, we got this. You better go get that over there. If you care so much about Africa, we the ones that hate Africa, though? No, motherfucker. You hate Africa because you're not trying to fix nothing that's over there.
They hate it with a passion. Oh, them dirty Africans and them dirty Africans. I don't want to be a dirty African and this and this and this and this and this. And like they really, really hate it, right? So it's people like them that I've noticed watching on the internet that usually kind of say, oh, I'm FBA. Now, FBA stands for Foundational Black American. But again, that's too large of an umbrella. Why do I say this? Let's look at.
You don't get to dictate terms of us about the size of any umbrella we use, boy. If we build it, we define it. You're not a part of our lineage. Again, tell us, what make you think you have the audacity to tell us about what something is that we create? Your word is less than a drop of rat piss, man. Do you not understand that? That's the crazy thing. Because, see, let me tell y'all something, right? The reason why you often hear me say we don't owe every idiot a conversation is because when you do that, listen up to some of my younger people. I get it. Y'all like to do the debates. Great. The debate, as I call it. At this point, there's nothing to debate. This is declaration. We telling these motherfuckers what it's going to be, and that's it. But those of you that are my young people that like to do that, though, I'm telling you, you really need to consider doing that few and far in between, because when you start talking to them, this is the part a lot of people don't get. Pay attention. When you talking to them, you make them think that their word counts somewhere. You make them think, this is why they do that, because y'all willing to go back and forth and argue with these motherfuckers. If you decide to do something in your house and somebody else that live there, that come there and visit, that don't pay no bills, you gonna argue with them about what you're doing to your roof? See, sometimes you have to make things simple. I'm gonna ask the question again to my chat room. But those of you that are homeowners, wherever you at, paying rent or mortgage, if a guest come to your house and start calling shots, aren't you gonna look at them like they're crazy? Do they worry counting your house if they ain't paid none of your bills? Huh? Do they? Is that how we doing it out here? Because I'll be damned if you gonna come to either one of my homes and tell me what the fuck do I pay bills. You ain't putting no money down on nothing. In the words of my auntie, is you crazy? Is you crazy? Is that what y'all do? Can anybody walk into any of you in this chat room house that don't pay no bill and call shots in your house? Tell you what to do. You go sit in the corner and then you just tell them, you need to move your couch over here. I don't like the color you want. You better paint these different colors. You know what? Hey, you didn't buy no groceries this week. I like this. I expect next time you to have this. Man, come on now. So I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen that like to do the debates, consider what you're doing when you do that. I get it. You're brilliant. You want to flex your muscle. Cool. That has its place. But you keep making them think that they actually have a say in what we got going on, and they don't. That's where they get these attitudes from. These motherfuckers are not confused about nothing. It ain't no need to educate. Look, let me tell you something, right? This is my stance. I can't speak for nobody else. All that, well, I'm trying to get educated. You want to get educated? Watch us work. I don't have to talk to you to educate you. You can see what we're doing. There's your education, motherfucker. Use your goddamn eyes. Let's let it continue.
The reparations movement. Well, who is reparations intended for? Reparations is intended for descendants of slaves. So,
they try to be slick with that. Reparations is intended for descendants of slaves. No, here in this country, it's intended for descendants of American chattel slavery. Not you as a slave in the Caribbean. Well, I'm supposed to get rid of. Yeah, you're supposed to go take that up with Britain. You better get down there with CARICOM. We're not including that, by the way. We don't need to be. Shout out to them. But you're not going to come double dipping over here talking about what you need to get. And like I said, for those on the African continent, your people fucked you over. They signed deals. You're not going to see. When you start bringing that up, and don't worry, I'm going to show y'all that. I'm going to put that broadcast together. They're going to really be mad. Now, you think you're mad about this roasting? I done told y'all. You better hope I'm roasted. Because when I stop and start saying, oh, hey, look at this here in history, y'all know my archives. Come on now. Oh, don't worry. I'm finna remind them, though. I'm going to show you what happened when I get scholarly, so to speak. Huh? We take it to the scholarship. Don't nobody do it like me. Oh, we're going to have a hell of an education. Yes, I said education. When it comes to that broadcast. Oh, it's coming up soon. Don't worry. Oh, I'm putting it together. We're going to have a lot of information about a lot of things on that broadcast. Some of you have already seen what we're going to go on that. Let me tell you something. You cannot come over here and call shots with us when your people were complicit in the slave trade and y'all keep trying to act like we can't pull up these treaties and these deals that was made. You can't double dip. Legally, no matter how old they are, they're going to be like, hey, we paid you for this already. Now, you don't get to come back and have buyer's remorse. So you went for it and we got you. So your situation and ours is not the same. You're not finna come bringing your bullshit over here to our reparations claim. One, you don't have no legal right to it. If at least one of your biological parents, is not of our lineage, you're not entitled to no reparations over here. You're not. He gonna bring up something else that I'm gonna clear up to in a minute. I can't wait to get to this part though. Let's let it continue.
An individual like myself would not qualify for reparations because I'm a first generation American. It's those.
No, you're a first generation immigrant. That's what you are. You're a first generation immigrant over here in America. That's what you are. That's what you are. Okay. Sierra Leonean, Nigerian. That's what you come from. Okay. That's it. That's all. No, you're not entitled to our reparations because neither one of your parents is from our bloodline. Why would you? That's like one of us that's foundational Black American going over to South Africa and they get reparations for apartheid. We're like, hey, I look like you. I wear my reparations, not knowing neither one of our parents is South African. We ain't got none of our ancestors that went through apartheid. Nobody. And we go run over there trying to get their reparations. Right, man, they would kick us the fuck up out of there. Rightly so. But yet, for some reason, it's okay for you to come over here and do that to us. No, the gravy train is over. We're not having that. We're not playing that game. You're going to be checked and corrected. Paperwork will be checked. You're not finna finesse your way into this. You can get mad about it all you want. I don't care how many spaces you run. Be up on here 10, 20 hours on space just whining from sun up to sundown. You telling me you think this is only online? Well, they're keeping you up at night. Let's let it continue.
Those that can trace their lineage back to slavery. So
here in America, you have to thread that needle because they think they slick when they try to leave that part out.
One of the things that always confused me was this. If you're for reparations, how can you then be anti-African?
First of all, checking utilities isn't anti-African, okay? Anti-African is you being from there and not wanting to ever live there or be there, okay? We can be for reparations because we're not Africans, okay? We're not African. We are foundational Black American freedmen. Some say Solon, some have other terms, etc. Same thing. If our lineage goes back to American chattel slavery, that's a legally owed debt that this government owes us. It ain't got nothing to do with anybody outside our lineage. They don't owe you shit. Especially if your people were complicit in the slave trade. He ain't done though. He got questions. I got answers.
I never understood it. How? How can you say I deserve reparations and my ancestors were enslaved, because those were slaves taken from West Africa, but then I hate Africans?
You've never heard any foundational Black American use the phrase, I hate African. Hell, we don't even say I hate tellers. We check them. But Charles, you got questions. Okay, boy, let me give you a history lesson. You do know that less than 3% of continental African slaves were brought to North America. I'm gonna say it again. Fat boy, you do know that less than 3%, right at 3%, of continental African slaves that your people sold were brought to North America. The greater majority went down to South America and the Caribbean. We had an ethnogenesis. Most of our people were already here. Some blended in with those African slaves that were brought to these plantations. Some were blended in with the freedmen people that were already here. And we were reclassified, and I'm going to teach y'all a great lesson about that in some future content. We were reclassified from Native Americans because we were the original, not that redskin. Okay? We are an amalgamation of those different groups, and we have created our own culture since then. That's where the term ethnogenesis comes in. He's going to talk about that shortly, though, because, see, one of the things that they do, they're always confused. And see, that's another thing, right? If you're confused about stuff, you shouldn't talk so much. You should do more listening than talking. If you're confused about anything, shut the fuck up and learn. Oh, that's too much like right, though. So I'm going to let him keep talking, and we're going to continue to answer his questions.
It makes no sense to me. But then I've heard the retort, oh, wait a minute. No, there were blacks here before. There were blacks from this and blacks from this group and that group. I've heard Indians, whatever. And I'm not arguing with you about that.
We wouldn't give a fuck if you did argue. You can't argue with anthropology. Every time, like I said on a previous broadcast, the deeper you dig, the blacker you get over here. Give a fuck if you want to argue against what's fact. And that's something I want to condition my audience to stop doing. Don't argue with somebody about something you know. That's their issue. Let them figure it out. If you already know, you don't owe an idiot a conversation about something you know.
I'm not willing to say, oh, it's not my business to argue with you about that. My issue is, if you're for reparations, how can you then not be African? How?
I got a question for you, fat ass. How the fuck are we going to be African when none of us were born there? Yes, we acknowledge we have African genetics. Some of us do. But that doesn't make us continental African. We don't have citizenship there. None of our families have lived over there. Y'all not saying, hey, we going to claim you as African. How are we African, you stupid son of a bitch? We were born here for real, not just first generation or on paper. I born here. No, we live here for real. Our families go back generations. Our family generations here are older than most of your countries over there on the continent. But we just got to keep it a buck and say what it is. How your stupid ass gonna call me an African when I'm not from there? I wasn't born on African soil. I was born right here. All my parents on both sides were born back here, generations, grandparents, great-grands, all that. No, we're not you, and you're not us, and that's okay. You should be proud to be who you are. Why are you working so hard with your cultural schizophrenia to fold yourself into the identity of people that you claim don't have no culture? Do y'all see how insane this is? Back before delineation, they were proud to say they wasn't us. Oh, you were just proud to be this, be that, whatever you were, as you should be. Now, since we're saying, you know what, you're right. Everybody should be proud to be who they are. And we're going to take care of our business. You take care of your. Wait a minute, nigga. Oh, you scared to death now. Why are you little parasites so desperate to cling to our identity? No, absolutely the fuck not. You can get mad all you want. That's facts you arguing with. And I'm not going to argue facts with you. We are not continental Africans. African genetics? Sure, some of us. That doesn't make us African citizens, African nationals, African nothing. No.
We're talking about those that were part of the slave trade. That's number one. Number two, the thing that I've noticed that I have to table here. You look at this thing of saying that, oh, wait a minute, I'm foundational black. I'm foundational black. If you're not from here, then you can't be foundational. It's only through your lineage. I recently heard someone say that Drake is not an FBA, and I was confounded by that.
Allow me to unconfound you. I've heard a lot of people get this twisted. Okay, so are y'all ready to table this shit and make it simple? Now, some people argue down. I've heard people about lineage say they think he is. No, he's not. Let's make this simple. Drake's father is FBA. Yes, that's fact number one. Drake's mother is Canadian and Jewish. Fact number two. Fact number three, Drake was born in Canada, grew up over there, and had to immigrate over here. He has foundational Black American bloodline and ancestry, but he is not one of us because he had to immigrate from somewhere else. He had to fill out paperwork to come here. That means he's an immigrant. Does everybody follow that? Did I make it as simple as I could? Do I need to run through that shit again? Yes, his father is a foundational Black American. Mother is white, Jewish, and Canadian. Born over there, he had to immigrate here, which means he had to fill out paperwork. Foundational Black Americans don't have to fill out no fucking paperwork. He's not one of us. Did I make that clear? How anybody is confused about that, I do not understand. Well, the Tethers is going to be confused. They confused about a lot of shit. There is no way to weasel your way and backdoor into. Now, the only way it would be different, if he was born on a military base, that counts as United States soil. That would be different then. Now, why, since I said that all on, I was born on a military base, because boy, all these half FBAs popping up all of a sudden. Did I make that crystal clear, though? I've heard people try this on the back door. They keep talking about the Nova Scotians. Again, if you got to immigrate from another country and fill out paperwork, you're not one of us. You have ancestry, sure, but you're not one of us. Kendrick wasn't bullshitting. You're not like us. You're not. It just killed you so bad. Does everybody understand that? Huh? Does everybody understand if you fill out paperwork, you immigrate here? If you're a citizen of this country, you ain't got to immigrate from nowhere and fill out no paperwork. A lot of people get that so misconstrued. And I can understand if you don't really have any type of scholarship about nothing, but some things are just, you know how they used to tell you when you was learning how to read and write, they used to say sound out the word. Well, you need to do that with logic as well. Break down them facts I just gave you, okay? No, he's not one of us. He's an immigrant. How you gonna be one of us and you got to fill out paperwork and come over here? Yeah, we know what your dad is, but you were born over there. Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with him being, a Jewish Canadian kid with foundational Black American lineage through your dad. But you're not one of us, bro. And that's okay. It is what it is, man. Let's let it continue.
Because if it's lineage based, his father's African American. So how can he not be a foundational Black American when his father is? Then somebody said,
it's because he filled out paperwork to immigrate over here. If he wasn't an immigrant, he wouldn't have had to do that. Very simple, fat ass. Put them fucking Twinkies down.
No. It has to be both of your parents. And then I said, what the fuck are you talking? You're just making up stuff here. Says who? Says who? That's not how it works, folks. If there's lineage, then you have both of your parents. But then I've also heard people say, no, it's just one parent. And I'm like, so if it's just one parent, wouldn't Drake qualify? Then they'll turn, oh, no. It has to be two parents. So I don't get it.
Okay, let's clear that up too. Because see, and he's being obtuse. All right, let's make it simple. We're going to clear it up. If both of your parents are foundational Black American and you were born here, yes. Okay. You grandfather into the lineage. You born in the lineage. If one parent is foundational Black American and others non-FBA, and you were born here, yeah, okay. You foundational Black American. Now let's clear it up. Like I said, in Drake's situation, the only way he would be FBA if he was born on a military base. That's United States soil. That would be different. Other than that, no, sir. Now, how would Drake be FBA? If his father and his mother were here and he was born over here, okay, you're a United States citizen. You're of our lineage. Now that you would be. You wouldn't have had to fill out paper and immigrate. Bottom line, he had the kid up there. So we know what his bloodline lineage is through his dad, but yeah, when you had to immigrate down here because you was over there. It's simple as that, man. It's not confusing. And he's pretending to be confused by that battle. That man, he dumb. He's dumb, but he ain't that damn dumb. None of them are. This is why I say all that debating bullshit. Stop giving these idiots conversation, man. I'm just breaking his ass down over here because, see, after I check him, I ain't going to mention his name no more. We just going to get it straight for tonight, though. Let's let it continue.
That's the first thing. The second thing is this. And I think that this is an effect of slavery. Do you notice, or have you noticed, that all the other groups, ethnic groups in the United States, embrace their roots? And I'm going to get to a larger point. Italian Americans always big up Italy. They can't wait to tell you they're Italian. Chinese Americans can't wait to tell you they're Chinese. Irish Americans can't wait to tell you they're Irish. German Americans can't wait to tell you they're German. And it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. But
now watch this, okay? See, this is where, y'all often say I'm mean and I'm harsh and, oh, brother, you just be chopping them off at the knees. I'm going to tell you why, because I have a very low tolerance for unintelligent people. I'm allergic to that. It makes me nauseous, literally. Those people, the Italian Americans, the Chinese Americans, all these people that you just named, Charles, pay attention, fat ass. Charles Tabansi, talking to you, fat boy Tether. Listen, what those people have in common, either they were born over there or they got direct lineage over there. Those of us that are foundational Black Americans were not born in any African nation, nor do we have direct family ties over to those nations. The only way that would possibly happen is somebody married into our family. You can say you got in-laws, but that's not the majority of us either. So that is not something that we have to be bigging up. Africa. Why? We 500 generations removed from Africa. Boy, we had an ethnogenesis. We are not Africans, jackass. So it's nothing personal. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. My parents, it's where we from. My people in Texas, California, Philadelphia. Okay, I got some people up in New York. I got some people in Florida. I got people all over the place, man. I know where my family's from, and none of them are from any African nation. So I'm not going to be saying that. The problem you need to worry about is when somebody asks you guys where you're from, and maybe not you, Charles, but most of your people get offended. Where your family from? Why are you asking that? Well, nigga, you say you're proud to be who you are. Why are you scared to tell where you're from? So no, we are not African. You're going to have to get that through your head because that's what it's going to be. Let it continue.
Then when it gets to I'm African, I'm African. And to me, I want to tell you why I think that the FBA movement has been successful. This is just my thought.
There is no FBA movement. The movement is delineation, jackass. And he did that to be obtuse, by the way. Delineation is the movement. FBA is the lineage. You're not going to remix that. You see, look, let me tell you something, Tilders. Let me break this down to y'all in case you wonder where that come from. A lot of these tactics, and many of you have probably never thought of it this way. A lot of these tactics that they use with this bullshit, they do it because they emulate white supremacists. Think about who they look up to. Everything they do, they emulate them. Remember how I told y'all, and you can verify this online. You can go on X and you know that Pepe the Frog meme. You see a lot of continental Africans using that shit. Now, at first, I used to think they didn't know what it meant, but no, they know. They try to identify more with that white supremacist culture than you think. Why you think they always jump in the face about nigga this, nigga that, Jarir, IB, the Kata, all them different terms? And by the way, if you want some terms, and you on my Patreon, go look at my shop. I have a racial slur database that gives you all them slurs from anywhere on the planet. It comes in handy if you're traveling, by the way. You might want to check that out in my Patreon shop. Okay? Well worth having. Trust me. Listen, man. All this nonsense you got going on with your identity crisis is not our problem, tell the class. We know who we are. We know where we're from. You don't. And see, I'm going to tell you what, see, if we really want to punch down, we ain't even got to call you no names. All we got to do is talk facts. You know what would be the ultimate embarrassment of dealing with a Tether? If you had a group of foundational Black Americans sitting down at a table, a family, and you had some Tethers sitting down at a table, a family, and we just got to start talking about how far back our actual family lineage goes here, grandparents, great-grandparents, family reunions. Don't you know they couldn't keep up with us in that conversation? Do y'all not really understand that? They could not keep up with us in that conversation because they don't know that people like that. Not even over there. That's what they don't want to talk about. Oh, yes, I did. See, I'm telling you, you better hope that people like me keep roasting. Because when I start, you see, and I'm just touching the tip of the iceberg. Why you just wait till that broadcast while I show y'all about them damn treaties? Oh, we going to get that straight. Oh, we going to get it straight. You can't keep up with us if we start having real conversations about who come from where. A lot of you don't even know your great-grandparents. I knew both of them on both sides of my family. They were some of my first babysitters. Huh? Can you say that? Even for the ones that I didn't get to meet. I knew what their lives were because they talked about it in the family. I know which ones were combat veterans. I know which ones sacrificed what they had in the family for us to have the land we have. I know which ones on both sides of my family had to drop some lead in them fucking Klansmen to keep our land. Oh, I can recite the history of my family. Can you do that? Tell the boy. I can't help that you mixed up and all over the place. That's not our fault. That's not our fault. You're going to stop blaming us for your situation, and to make yourself feel better, you want to graft yourself into our cultural identity and not let go. I'm sorry. We're doing a parasite cleanse. You're going to be who you are. You're going to show us this hard work you got, and you're going to show us how much smarter you are. You're going to have to stand on business. That's all. Think about it. That's all we saying. Hey, man, you do you. We do us. You African. We all Black. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. You go be whatever you think you got to be. We're going to take care of our business over here. Let's let it continue.
I think that the founder of it, because he owns the patent to it, the name, has found a way.
He owns the trademark to FBA for products and clothing. And there's other people that have the same trademark for the same purpose. They keep saying he owns the patent to it as if our lineage is a group. Fat boy, you not slick with that shit. The problem with telling lies is if enough people know the truth, your lie is irrelevant. Have you not learned that? See, tell us that's a way of life for y'all. You think you can lie your way out of everything. A liar is a despicable piece of dog shit. Have you not learned that lying is nothing honorable about that? There's no integrity for anything attached to lying. But that's a way of life for you. That's all you know to do. So you get frustrated, and like the bitches that you are, you start telling lies. Put the bitchcraft down. We rebuke bitchcraft over here.
To tap into this thing where people may feel disenfranchised. And everyone wants to feel good about who they are and where they're from. So by saying that I'm a foundational American, it gives you a sense of
foundational Black American. Get it right, you fat son of a bitch.
Pride. Because what I've noticed is that a lot of people don't feel, a lot of blacks, or certain blacks, don't feel any sense of pride by associating with Africa. Why? Because Africa is still developing, has a lot of issues, blah, 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 blah. So you don't.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with none of that. We don't identify with that because we're not African, you jackass. No, that's what you don't want to identify with Africa for. No. You're not going to project that onto us. You are from there. And that's what you think about. Look, hold on. We finna do a temperature check in the chat room right now. Oh, yeah, we finna go here. Family, how many of y'all have been around some of these tethers from these other countries and they start talking about their own people in their own countries, specifically in bad ways? Some of the worst shit I've ever heard is from some of these jokers, man. They talk, man. I mean, I remember the first time I heard that, man. I was shocked. I was like, damn, bro, you gonna talk about where you from? And then here's the crazy thing. How many of y'all have seen tethers do that shit in front of them white folks trying to get ingratiated with them? I've seen it countless times. Come on now, am I the only one? You know damn well foundational Black Americans, no matter what issues we got with our people, kinfolk, well, we ain't finna sit there and talk about that in front of white folks of no other nationality. That's a family affair there. You ain't got no business in the middle of that. Huh? Come on now. Yeah, see, y'all done heard that. It's crazy, man. It's insane. And shout out to my sister Brooke in here. All right now, Brooke, come on now. Now, Sister Brooke, you know when you come over here, it is mandatory that you put your channel in my chat room. Come on now. Hey, Sister Brooke, every time you come over here, I expect you to put your channel in here. We got to get your subs up. That sister does great work. Shout out to President Divine over there. I mean, we got to support the routers out here, especially the sisters. We don't have very many. So, Sister Brooke, every time you come to my platform, put your channel link in here, sister, okay? I want y'all to please do me a favor and go subscribe to my sister, okay? Go check out what she be talking about over there. Go join in the conversation, man. Show some love, comment on things because, you know, she will educate you on a lot that's going on with what they're doing in New York, which can be emulated across the country, okay? So, yeah, sister, put your channel in here. Put it there at least 2 or 3 times, man. You know, we want people to know who you are, all right? Now, unlike Fat Boy Charles Tabansi, okay, over here on this screen, boy, and he got that no-neck Roland Martin syndrome thing going on. What are you fat motherfucker with no necks? Listen, man, up here whining about us not wanting to identify with Africa. Listen, man, you identify with it. All this projection, man, where you don't like where you from and you're ashamed of where you from. See, look, here's a conversation for you. Instead of worrying about foundational Black Americans, Charles Tabansi, why don't you check your own people and say, hey, man, look, I know some things that's fucked up back home, but we ain't got to talk like that in front of you white folks. Don't do that. You think that's going to make them respect you? That's the conversation you need to be focused on because too many of y'all are doing that. Look at these Haitians right now that's legally over here mocking the ones that's got to go. Man, if y'all don't get over there and take care of your own situation, that's why you can't get where you should be because you're so busy worrying about everything except for the right things. Let it continue.
I don't want to be associated with that. It feels better to say I'm associated with America. Yes, America's a superpower. And yes, I'm foundational this. My only question is this. Why is this the only group doing this? Why do other groups celebrate their roots, but this group says, you know what? We cut it off here.
Our roots are here in this nation, dum-dum. Furthermore, what other groups, air quotes, that you talking about do, we don't give a fuck about that right now. Charles, let me spell it out for you. We're focused on foundational Black American freedom and business because it's time for us to get our cultural house in order. It's time for us to get our economic house in order. It's time for us to get our intellectual house in order. It's time for us to get the situation between our family structures in order. We don't have time to give a fuck about what other groups got going on. Do you understand that? That's the Tether way of thinking. Run here, run there, be in everybody else's business except for your own. And as a man of your lineage, you should be ashamed of that shit, man. Oh, I'm finna go where I've always gone with this. Why you think when you go to your countries, the women of your lineage is choosing up on everything except for you? Oh, let's talk about it. I've seen it with my own eyes. You can't tell me shit. White boy come over there, she choosing over you. Asian man come over there, she choosing over him over you. Lebanese man come over there, she choosing him over you. Russian man, East Indian, Arab, Hispanic, they choosing them over you. When we come over there, they're choosing us over you. But don't you know that that's the most shameful thing in the world, man, when you on your own soil and your women look at you as nigga anything but you? Because everybody else coming over there got their shit together and she know if she get with you, she ain't going nowhere. Why ain't you concerned about that? Oh, they're going to be mad at me after this one, y'all. You know me, if I start telling the truth, I'm going to tell all of it. Let's let it continue.
We're no longer, and look, there's a difference between your nationality and your race. Yes, you're American by nationality and even by culture. But by race, you can slice it any way you like. From here till tomorrow, your ass is an African.
When did African become a race? Huh? Let's talk about that, boy. The term Africa, by the way, which that name was given to the continent by white prisoners like many of them countries over there, that term Africa, it encompasses 54 different nations. So you saying it's a race, huh? Very interesting. Well, I got a better question for you. Since you consider that, why aren't you proud to be of that African race? And if we say we don't want to be a part of it, see, look, let me go here. Let me use his logic. Okay, you saying African race. All right, got you. Bet. We'll go with his logic. If we say we don't want to be a part of it and it's so great, hey, man, that's more for you. You should be like, oh, okay, you're missing out. Cool, go enjoy all of it yourself. Everything associated with Africa, you go be that, okay? Now, on our end, we're not continental Africans. We're not. No amount of you whining and crying and bitchcraft, okay, because you practicing bitchery right now, boy. That ain't going to make us what you want us to be. We are what we are by blood and cultural lineage. Ethnogenesis is something that you just going to have to live with. This delineation is going to be something that you're going to have to live with. Now, if you don't like any of this, Charles, you got some options, homie. According to you, you say your mother's Sierra Leone and your father's Nigerian. Pick one of them two countries and get your ass over there. So what you're not going to do is get in the way of what we got going on. Tethers, do you not understand? You're going to be crying about this for a long time to come. It ain't going to never stop, homie. Oh, you better go back and listen to some of them old bad boy records. What did Perfect tell you? I thought I told you we won't stop. Oh, this delineation train is going to keep moving. It's going to, look, we're going to add more cars to the train. Look, let me tell you something, Tethers. How many of y'all have ever been at like a railroad crossing there, you know, and the train just long as hell? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you might want to pick another street to go down because this train is going to keep getting more cars added to it generation by generation. To the point where you like, damn, is this train going to ever end? No. What is the end game? It ain't no end game, nigga. It ain't no end game. So, you know, you might better get comfortable picking out where you going to go because we going to get control of our situation here in our country. We doing that more and more every day. I'm proud of us, man. Each and every one of you in this chat room, man, no matter what your profession, educational background, you know, no matter your walk of life. And look, you know, I often like to encourage my audience with this. You come to those of us that have these platforms, we appreciate y'all support. You say you learn things from us, that's cool, but we learn from y'all as well. We all learning. Information, sharing accurate information is how you build your power because that gives you clarity. When you have clarity, guess what, Tethers? When you have clarity, you don't run around in confusion and you're not afraid all the time. When you actually know who you are and where you come from, you don't have to walk around afraid of every damn thing. Got to hide somewhere because your paperwork ain't in order. You got to duck over here because the ice truck rolling by. You got to make sure that you go fill out this and fill out. Hey, we get to just exist. That's what you really hate. That's what you hate. That's real hate right there because, hey, listen, man, you ain't got shit together. Don't blame us. Look at your parents that hop their asses over here and then get your shit straight. For the ones you that applies to now, the ones you that came over here legally, hey, congratulations to you, but you still not going to be disrespectful either. We're going to check your ass too. Even if you're here legally, don't think that this economic delineation won't hit your ass. You got businesses too. And guess who's the main people that support your businesses? It ain't white folks. It ain't Asians, East Indians, or Arabs. It's us. If we cut that economic umbilical cord, a lot of you will starve tomorrow. Oh, you gonna learn though. We're gonna show you that economic delineation is gonna be the next foot to put in your ass in the delineation movement. Let's let it continue.
And I know it pains a lot of people when they hear that, because they would rather, there's some blacks that would rather be associated with the Atlanteans. I kid you not, Atlantis, than say I'm an African. And there, I think, lies the issue.
As crazy as anybody that would be doing that is, you know what? If they over here in their country, they got the right to do it. Of our lineage, we got the right. Look, boy, if some of us want to walk around and identify as bunny rabbits, motherfucker, we got the right to do that. This is our country, man. You don't get to call no shots over here. Now they crazy as hell, but they still got the right to do it. You don't have a say in nothing we do over here. That's the part you're going to learn, man. You a guest in somebody else's house. That's at best. At worst, you a goddamn parasite. That's what you are. Who wants to be proud to be a parasite? You fighting like cats and dogs to hold on to our ethnic identifier. No. See, that's why that term is so airtight. Foundational Black American. You put that freedman on the end, oh, it's over with. That's only one demographic of people that they talking about when we use that term. Us. And as far as that, this FBA thing is online. Tell that to ABC News. Oh, you saw how they, and by the way, I got that whole segment on Patreon for anybody want to see it. Yeah, just go over there and search it. It's over there. Listen, man, if you think we only online, then why are you starting to see that word pop up in documents? And even though Sambo Clarence Thomas, big coon that he is, that is documented in judicial legislation. The term freedman and many other documents. So all this, we just online stuff. Yeah, if that's what you got to tell yourself to sleep at night, Giblet, knock yourself out. Let it continue.
Issue. There, I think, lies the issue. Another point that I want to address here. It's a long show, but hey, you guys will bear with me. If people are not interested, they'll tune out. My thing is this, and this is why I'm very skeptical, is the fervor that they go against after, immigrants, especially black immigrants. I don't see them going after white immigrants. I don't even see them going after white people. And
ooh, really now? That's a hell of a statement you just made there, fat boy. Well, I see you fat. We can gloss see that, okay? You are one of the high calorie ones. So if you don't see that, that means that you got bad eyes too, boy. Yeah. And I think that diabetes or whatever you may have is getting to you, boy. You might need to slow down on the Twinkies for real. Because if you don't see us checking these white supremacists, you ain't looking too hard. We get out. Look, this whole, you just going into black immigrants. No. Black immigrants are cool. It's the tellers we have an issue with. Now, I've already defined that several times in tonight's broadcast. I ain't got to reiterate it. Let me tell you something, man. We give it to these white supremacists. We give it to the white supremacist adjacents. Everybody can get it, okay? We don't take shit from none of these motherfuckers here in our country that we built, that you didn't build. You didn't put not one brick or cornerstone in the foundation of this thing. Hence the term foundational Black American. We laid every cornerstone in this motherfucker that's worth a damn looking at. You don't get to tell us what we go after and don't. And that's the biggest lie I ever told. Hell, if it wouldn't been for us fighting white supremacy, your bitch ass wouldn't be here, nor your parents. The fuck out of here with that nonsense.
And I don't know if FBA is Black MAGA, but let me state it here clearly. I
know. We're not connected to any political party. Now, are there some foundational Black Americans that are Republicans? Yes. Are there some foundational Black Americans that are Democrats? Yes. Are there some foundational Black Americans that are independent? Yes. Are there some foundational Black Americans that start their own political party? Yes. We have the right to do all those things. So even if they was MAGA, they got the right to do that in our country. We have the right to choose to be whatever we want. That doesn't change our lineage. Hell, even our Sambos. The Jesse Lee Petersons, Larry Elders, hey, they might be big sample, but they still of the lineage. That doesn't change. You born into the lineage. What you choose to become a part of after that, that doesn't change your lineage. Just like what you born as, that it's not going to change no matter how angry you get. I hope you understand that. Because, I mean, you don't have to, but, I mean, you know, you're just going to be confused. But whatever you do, it's not going to get in the way of what we're doing for our lineage here with this delineation.
Hates Black MAGA. I'm not biting my tongue for I cannot stand Black MAGA. You can't be bigger raccoons than them. And I don't know if FBR.
Tell that to Shell Creole that voted for Trump then, huh? You better talk to some of your fellow immigrants. You say you can't stand Black MAGA? Most of your people are Black MAGA. Oh, let's go here. Oh, see, this is what happened, fat boy, when you open your mouth and put your foot in it. See, because I know fat folks like you are used to opening your mouth to put all kinds of bad food in your mouth. That's why you're the SI. But see, when you open your mouth that wide, sometimes you put your foot in there. Family, when you see these motherfuckers with them MAGA, as he says, because it's MAGA, when you see the motherfuckers with the MAGA hats on, usually these are non-FBA people. Now, we have some Sambos that have them hats on and stuff, but come on now. Usually when you see them jumping up and down or Donald Trump, it's somebody with an accent, a fucked up hairline, and some ashy ankles and elbows. Now, stop me when I tell a lie. Sure, there's some foundational Black Americans that's over there for the orange man, but it ain't. And man, with your people, oh, and we can tell because see, even if you don't talk, I'm gonna tell you one difference that you can tell. I got to go here. I'm laughing about it already. Listen, man, how we can tell y'all apart from us if you got them hairlines covered up and you actually did get some lotion and put it on the ashy elbows and knees and shit. Even if you wasn't talking. Just when you in the prison of white folks, y'all can't help but smile to the point that you damn near cut your head off with your own smile. We not impressed with them folks like that. Y'all just can't wait to be up on them. Yeah, talking about, how do you know I'm not you? That shit. That's how we know you not us.
For them, I don't know that. But let me tell you about Black MAGAs. Black MAGAs are the exact same thing as the white MAGAs. The only difference with the two groups is that the white MAGAs hate everybody and the Black MAGAs focus exclusively on Black immigrants. That's the number one focus I have noticed.
But you hadn't noticed that most of the Black MAGAs are immigrants? You didn't notice that? I guess your eyesight really isn't that good, huh, Charles?
Now, I don't know if it's FBA or not. I don't know. But what I'm telling you for free, I cannot stand Black MAGAs. I can't stand them. They somehow don't know that they raccoons too. Oh, y'all are raccoons too. Don't get it twisted.
Now he's about to do his Stephen A. Smith impersonation. I want you to watch how the cadence of his voice changed. See, when you have cultural identity schizophrenia, okay, you want to be everything except for what you are. I want y'all to pay attention to this. He finna do his Stephen A. Smith impersonation, okay? Listen, man. You better go check your people. That's who sit up there voting for the axe, you know, the trees voting for the axe. That's your people. And you also better get this through your head. You keep thinking all the white supremacists on one political party side. We've been trying to tell you stubborn, stupid asses that they're in both political parties, Democrats and Republicans. I already gave an early example of how they don't fuck with you like that. Huh? You know what? I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it now. Ask yourself this question. Remember when Jim Crow Joe Biden was in office, Tethers, okay, especially you Haitians, this is really going to drive home for you. Remember when he left office and he pardoned all of his family? He didn't pardon Karine Jean-Pierre, did he now? Did he pardon Karine Jean-Pierre? You know, the little Haitian chick, little Haitian lesbian. Did he pardon her? Did he pardon anybody black? Did he pardon anybody that was an immigrant? Because, you know, he had this diverse cabinet. Did Commandment advocate for anybody to get pardoned? Oh, come on now. Oh, yeah. You don't like people telling you them kinds of facts that you can verify, huh? Where you think Karine Jean-Pierre is right now, huh? She might be on her way down there with barbecue. Yeah. So while you worry about Black MAGA, you better be looking at who they actually are. Go have a conversation with your own people.
You twerking it up for the white man. I never see you going at the white man, calling him out. I be seeing some of y'all rocking the American flag after this country told you they don't even recognize your history. They said they don't even reckon, and you still running around.
See, that's the thing, the difference between us and you, fat boy Tether, okay? We don't need the government to recognize our history because we do. I'm going to say it again. We don't wait around on the white supremacists in the government to recognize something. Be like, oh, the white folks finally recognize this. If we decide to recognize something, that's what we do. Okay? We don't wait for permission and duck down and try. And fuck that. If we were celebrating Juneteenth long before that became a federal holiday. You didn't have to tell us to do that. Along with many other things that we decide to do. That's you. You got to wait on them white folks to acknowledge something before it's actually a thing to you. And you talk about unify with this. Man, if y'all don't get out of here.
Wrapping yourself like a burrito in the American flag.
Yes, motherfucker, because a foundational black American girl, Grace Wisher, sold that goddamn flag. That's our fucking flag. That motherfucker belongs to us more than any other group here on this soil. You got a problem with it because you're not one of us. You got a problem with that flag? Get your bitch ass to your country and wrap yourself in your flag. That one is ours, and we're proud of it.
Be watching y'all. So I don't know if it's the same group. I don't know. But I want to end with this. Number one, in reality, African Americans, those from the slave trade, I'm not talking about FBAs because you can't be from the slave trade because you said you're not African. So,
boy, now see, this is right here is exactly the kind of trouble that Funky K got herself in. American chattel slavery consists of people that are foundational black Americans. Our ancestors were enslaved. Let's get this correct, okay? I'm finna really shut this bullshit down with this confused tether babble. If you wanted to call any of our ancestors African for that 3% that was brought over here, it would have had to be those people. Those were your Africans right there. When they got over here and mixed in with the Native Americans, which were our people before we was reclassified, free black people that was already here, you become a new ethnic group then. Once that first group of continental African slaves died off, that was the end of the African thing right there. Do you not understand that? Do you not get that, Charles? It doesn't get any. I just broke that down to the point a toddler could understand what I just said. But you don't, because you don't know anything about your own people and your own history. I guarantee you right now, if you say, hey, Charles, tell me about the history of Sierra Leone and Nigeria, you couldn't do it. You couldn't tell me nothing about the Biafra Wars and who actually started that. The British, by the way. Oh, yeah, I'm going there. You can tell me about the shit that was going on in Sierra Leone. I could do a whole history lesson on that. I bet, boy, you better go get involved in your people's affairs. They need you over there right now. We got this over here. Nothing you say is going to affect what we doing. Talking about pushing back. Who you going to be pushing against? We're not going to focus. This is the last time I'm ever going to mention you. I'm just going ahead and straighten it out because I know if I don't do it, most people ain't going to drop the hammer like me. So it's going to be on record. Let's let it continue.
Apparently, FBA is a different group. Those from the slave trade, African Americans, they're not sitting there fighting over Africans in Africa every day. It's not an issue. It's not a real thing. It's not a real thing. They don't care about it. They're living their lives. They're not sitting here, oh man, I can't. No, they are not thinking about it. Trust and believe me. People are thinking about themselves and their own problems. Same thing with Africans. Now, there may be some Africans that say, oh man, I don't like Americans. And listen, those are the ones you have to correct and say, no, what you mean? What's the problem? And I've seen it before and I've done it. I have done it myself. But I grew up in the States. I was called African booty scratcher. Do you see me now coming up here and saying, oh, I hate black? No.
Here we go with that goddamn African booty scratcher term. That was a term we used as kids in our ignorance against each other. Every foundational black American that's grew up in this country can remember somebody in your family saying it to you or you saying it to somebody before your people correct you if they heard you. Then, well, see, this is the thing, and I've said this before. The only reason they bringing that back up now because you got a group of people, silly folks in our lineage, that'll start using the term as adults to call them that because you know it pisses them off. I tell people don't do that dumb shit because now they're going to sit up here and say, see, you do have adults calling us an African booty scratcher. Knowing damn well before delineation, none of us was running around using that term towards them. That's some shit you did when you was kids, man. So see, this is why even though there's people of our lineage, I don't associate with everybody because they don't have good sense. You don't go start doing that as an adult so they can say, see, there is some adults that do that. Now, let's be clear. They got the right to do it because that's the only thing they know to call you to insult you. Now, if it was like me, I know several things I could call you that you wouldn't like. Oh boy, could I ever. You know what? I'm going to be petty right now. Oh, yes, I am. Sisters, I'm going to type a word in the chat that I want y'all to remember, okay? Yeah, you call one of them this right here, boy. Them tether winches, they will get mad. You see that word I just typed in the chat room? You know what that means? Huh? That's a Yoruba word for whore. Yeah. Ashawo. That's how you pronounce it. Ashawo. Or should I keep going? Oh, you don't want me to? Yeah, that's right. I speak your languages. I speak several of them. I ain't gonna tell you which, but I do. You don't want to play them games talking about calling names. I can call you some shit in your own language you won't like. I told y'all, you better go to Patreon and get that racial slur database, okay? I'm just saying. Anyway, Charles, you can be disgruntled all you want. You're not going to dictate terms to us in our country. Let it continue.
Kids get teased. Is it right? No, but it happens. But that doesn't mean that all of a sudden now I'm an adult. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not a baby. Are you joking? Are you serious? The next thing I want to get to here, this is going to be a long video, but the next thing I want to get to here, and I mean this, people are wasting all of this time on the internet arguing over these things. Oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, and I'm that. At the end of the day, what are you going to prosper from this? If you spend the next 5-10 years arguing this argument on the internet, how did they?
Or you know you don't believe it's just on the internet because you see it's got power all around you. That's why you're nervous. If it was just on the internet, you wouldn't be this worried. But I would tell you what we're going to accomplish, Fat Boy Charles, okay? We're going to accomplish getting our cultural cohesion together, getting our economics together, this economic delineation that's going to hit you, so your snack fund is going to drop. Get ready. It's coming. You're going to lose weight one way or another, whether you like it or not, big boy, okay? Then, after that, we're going to definitely get these reparations, anti-black hate crime bill. And number one, last but definitely not least, we're going to cut you off from latching on to our cultural ethnonym. We're going to cut you off. You're not got that Black American, African American. No. We're going to disaggregate all this data. Oh, trust me, that's going to happen. Oh, it's already in the works. What you going to do? See, let me ask you something. What you going to do when you look up and you see foundational Black American on the census? Oh, it's going to happen. Oh, we're gonna make it happen. I'm telling you right now. What you going to do when, from now on, when it comes to these crime stats, they disaggregate this data and Nigerian American, hold your L. Whatever you are, you're going to hold it. Canadian American, Caribbean American, whatever. You're going to hold your own L's. We got to be responsible for ours. You're going to be responsible for yours. It ain't going to be that, oh, we all black. You go up and sit up, leering centers up there. Somali American. You see that head? Big tugboat head, motherfucker. Captain Phillips looking some bitch. You gonna be what you are. You ain't gonna do it. We all black. No, son. No. That's what you scared of. When they start disaggregating this data on a lot of stuff, see, let me tell you what they really terrified of. Let me just go ahead and get straight to brass tacks about this, man. They're terrified because they see now that them folks are starting to single them out and look at them by where they from, and it don't have nothing to do with us. Now you the one that's got to have them folks on your back. Wait, all this baby mama and all this other stuff you talking about in the seat, boy, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been trying not to do that. You don't want me to go on a world tour showing you where the real baby mamas at in these places. Don't you do it. I've been fighting, boy, not to do that broadcast, boy. If you thought the one where I showed you that 43 million Nigerians over there in Nigeria without actual toilets in 2026, boy, let me go on there. I'll show you, boy. I'm trying not to do it, man, because I mean, I don't want to do it, but I'm telling you, that baby mama talk better stop, man. Don't you poke the bear with that now, because everything I'm going to show you, one thing about this platform, you know, if I show it to you, it's going to be the truth, and you're going to verify it. Over the years, y'all be like, damn, brother, I disagree with that, but I did my own research. You were right. Keep playing with me about that baby mama stuff. I'm telling you now, I'm going to hurt your feelings. Because I know where to put out the real information with footage. Keep playing. Let it continue.
That move you from point A to point B. Instead of sitting here, let's sit down and talk about ideas. Let's talk about businesses. No. We're going to have this conversation, this low-level conversation of, oh, this guy's from Africa, this guy's from America, and this guy doesn't like an America. Like this is what kills me. Of all of the things to be focused on, how is this moving anybody ahead? Forget about the Africans. Say you hate the Africans. How is this moving your group ahead?
Because we're getting you out of the mix with your tether class confusion. And see, let me go ahead and help you right now, Charles, since you say you don't understand things. We're not arguing with you, okay? Those of us that are actually intelligent enough to understand what we need to be doing, that argument shit is over. That's why I say that debate shit. No, man. It ain't nothing to debate. Once you make a decision on something, that's it. It's ironclad. That's a declaration. I don't do the debate. I do declaration. I done told you what it is you're going to get down or lay down. If you don't like that, get the fuck back to your country. That's as simple as that.
When this is the constant stream of information, the constant conversation every single day, why is this the centerpiece? Why isn't the conversation, hey, man, let's try to do business together? Like, this is what I don't understand. This is for idle people that have nothing else better to do. I'm telling you the truth. You must have nothing else better to do, because if you're a busy person and on your purpose and trying to expand your career and maybe start a business, you don't have energy to be having these conversations.
On the contrary, we better have these conversations if we're going to have successful business, to get your undermining ass and tell the class out the fucking way. Oh, we got plenty of energy to do what improves our people and empowers us. Oh, we got plenty of energy for it. Because that is our business. When you got the likes of a Byron Donalds and a Winsome Sears and a Kamami Harris and all the rest of these motherfuckers trying to speak for us, that's our business. Yeah, we're going to handle that. We're going to handle it when you talk disrespectfully about our lineage around us. You're going to get checked. Some of us are going to do more than check you. You go the wrong place with it. I don't have to go into detail. Y'all know what it is. Bottom line, if you don't like what we got going on, you can go home. You always have that option, because this really isn't your home. You don't really belong here like that. It's a privilege for you to be here. That's what this is. You are privileged. You're a privileged guest to be in our house. If you're going to be in the house, you're going to be respectful of the house. You're not going to disrespect the house that we allowed you to be a guest in, that we built.
A daily, weekly basis? You don't have the energy for it. So my closing is this. There is no war between African Americans and Africans. That is some...
I don't know who the African Americans are. That would be you, buddy. There's no war between foundational Black Americans and Africans, or African American, as you want to call it. You're right. It's no war. We're not physically doing nothing to you. Unlike some of your people that come here and harm our people, then run your funky ass back to your country. That's the only way a lot of y'all go back, after you commit some type of crime here, and then you flee back to where you're from. That's a damn shame. That's the only way you go back home, is after you commit a crime here. So you're right. There's no war. At least not yet. There's not. And by the way, stop using that term war, because let me put you up on some game. See, Fat Boy Charles and anybody that use that term, because I agree with you. There's no war. But for those that keep saying that, you wouldn't want that to be the case. It's only like 5 million of you here. There's 50 million of us. You should not use any terminology talking about no war. How the fuck you think that's going to go if it did go down? Now, none of us are advocating for that, but I'm just saying, get that terminology out your mouth. War has a specific meaning. There's no war, nor do you want it to be one. Let's let it continue.
Made up nonsense. There is no war. I've lived in both places. There is no war whatsoever. If you come to Nigeria, you'll see people wearing Michael Jordan jerseys, Kobe Bryant jerseys, influenced by this dressing style of Americans and all of that. And then you see African artists going to America, Black Americans going to their cons. People, they're going to go eat their food. And don't let these people make you feel that this internet dispute is a real thing in reality. This is all done to divide Black people in the world. And I can only wonder who benefits from this. Instead of spending all your time fighting over immigrants, go fight your white masters.
I think you better tell Shell Creole and your people that, okay? Because they the ones getting deported. The nerve of them, you talking about us fight out. Look, Fat Boy Charles, see, this is how, you show that you're an immigrant. Boy, when the fuck we ever stop fighting white supremacy here? Talking about go fight them as if we got to start. No, that's your people ducking, hiding, running and dodging and getting on inner tubes and putting them Fleet Force ones on and hauling ass all over the place. We had never stopped fighting white supremacy here. Not one day. You have yet to start as a collective. How about you get busy doing that if you're going to be over here, and you're going to have to start doing it, because I got news fast for you, Giblet. While you on your microphone talking about us, you better look at who them white folks are targeting. They're not fucking with us like that. They're fucking with you. You hadn't seen the way these white folks talking? They want you out of here. We not going, hey, listen, you said you work harder, you smarter than us, we accountable. Hey, man, when they come for you, have at it, player. Only thing I'm going to do is sit back with some popcorn. I'm like, all right, hey, Ubuntu, put that brain to work that you say you got, boy. Work hard. You got it. I'm going to observe you, because, see, I want to see how it's done. Since you got all these pointers, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to watch how you handle this. Don't look like you're handling it too good so far, though, because that orange man is not playing. That boy is putting that orange foot straight to ass. And I'm going to sit back and watch the show. We tried to tell you, you don't have no protection over here without us at all.
The same thing we are seeing in South Africa. They went out of their way to kick out all of those foreign blacks, get rid of all of them, get them out of our country because they're stealing our jobs and this and this and this. But they're white overlords. They have nothing to say to them. The ones that own the majority of the wealth in South Africa, they are docile when they see them.
Well, that's the South African problem. Shout out to the South Africans, man. Hey, they doing what they feel they need to do in their country. Now, I would love to see them, go ahead and elect Julius Malema as president. That would turn all of that around. I would love to see Julius Malema and, the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore. I would love to see them form some type of economic alliance and military alliance and get something popping. But that's not my lineage, not my business. I wish them well. I wish them the best. I want them to be successful. But one thing I can say about it, Fat Boy Charles, while you over here critiquing them, what you doing in Sierra Leone or Nigeria? Because that's where your people from, boy. Your mama is from Sierra Leone, and you said your dad is Nigerian. You said your dad is over there. Why you ain't going over there to help your dad? Why don't you go and get involved in Nigerian politics? Take your fat ass over there and worry about Nigerian business. Because you don't have no business here in America. Let's be clear on that. You have no business, you fat fucking anchor baby, in America to dictate terms to foundational Black Americans. You have no business here. You better go and mind the business that pays you in your people country.
How can you be so pissed off at immigrants when they have no political power? Instead of going after the groups that actually have power, you're wasting your time fighting with immigrants?
Ain't nobody fighting with you. We done already told you what it is. There's no fight. You're confused.
A lot of these MAGA talking points. So this is my case here. This is my 2 cents on it. I probably won't address this conversation, this topic, ever again. My thesis, overall thesis is this is not a real thing in reality. This is something that's on the internet.
Oh, you gonna learn that fat foundational Black American meat is greasy. Oh, you gonna learn. I like that, Giblet. Listen, let me tell you something, boy. This time next year, let's revisit this conversation and see if you're still saying that. This is only on the internet. Like I said, whatever helps you sleep at night when you go and stuff them Twinkies in your mouth and you ducking and dodging, looking out the curtain, trying to see if that ice bear gonna circle around in case your paperwork ain't right. I hear what you're telling us, but y'all like to lie, so we don't know what the truth is, Charles. You can't be trusted. Tell us all you do is lie. So I whatever make you comfortable, buddy. You keep believing that if you want to. We'll show you better than we can tell you.
Right? For me, this is my take. If you are a black person, call yourself FBA, African American, whatever the hell you want to call yourself, African. If you deny that you're an African person, an African from the continent of Africa, you're a disgrace to your race.
Boy, first of all, you don't have no authority to dictate terms to us about nothing. Your opinion means less than dirt to us. And dumbass, for the final time, we're not claiming that because we're not continental Africans. This is the United States of America. This is where our ancestors are. That's what we are. Foundational Black American freedmen. This is not the continent of Africa, stupid. So we don't call ourselves that. We're not from there. We wasn't born there. We don't have direct family over there. None of that. If your simple-minded ass can't understand that, you, sir, need to get off the internet and go to one of your two countries where your mom or your dad is from. Then you won't have to worry about none of this. That goes for most of you tethers. You got options, homie. You ain't got to be over here. If you don't like what we doing, you can, hey, man, listen. The inner tube floated your ass over here. You can blow that motherfucker up and it can float you right back to where you came from. Okay? Now, for those of you that's headed down there with barbecue, hey, man, you got to call them and make arrangements ahead of time. Like, hey, Mr. Barbecue, I don't want to be fooled when I come down there. Now, listen, I learned how to make these dirt cookies from my grandma. You know what I'm saying? I can make some gourmet dirt cookies, get a franchise pie. I mean, you better call that boy with some ideas. I'm just trying to help you out. Now. Or you could do this if you headed down there with barbecue. You could tell him, hey, man, they done put this ankle jewelry on me, man. So when I come down there, man, we can sell these things as a fashion statement. I mean, you better bring some value to barbecue, okay? He won't cook your ass if you come down there with some profitable ideas. I'm just trying to help you out, man. Because you're going home if you're over here legally, okay? That's just what it is, all right? If you over here legally, you're going to go home. You going there, okay? And you can hide all you want. Listen, you can't hide forever. You're not going to be able to work nowhere. And I mean, shit, I'm just saying, man, you better go back home so you can figure out how to get you some money or whatever you're going to do. But it's time for you to go from here. Like they used to tell you, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. And that's what time it is if you're here legally.
I mean that with everything in my soul. With everything in my being, I mean that. If you're a black person and you are ashamed to say that you are an African, whether it be African American or otherwise, you are a disgrace to your race.
How is a fleeing tether a fucking anchor baby? That's your greatest accomplishment in life, is being an anchor baby. How you gonna tell us what's a disgrace? See, let me give you the inverse of this. Okay, if you say it's because can't be forced to be generic African. Let me ask you something, boy. I got a question for you. If you talk like you so much ahead of us and you got so much self-esteem and you such on this regal, mighty podium where you can look down and say we are a disgrace, well, what's your greatest accomplishment besides being an anchor baby, boy? Have you built anything? Have you employed anybody? Are you fixing any of these problems in your homeland? Do your people revere you when you go over there? When you go to Sierra Leone or Nigeria, do they jump around and clap for you like they do the white folks that get off the plane? Do they do that? Oh, did I go there? Yes, I did. Do they do that for you, Charles? Huh? Never mind going back home. What community do you walk in over here and people greet you with esteem, huh? That's the problem. While you pocket watching people like Brother Tariq and others, where's your esteem at? See, in my community respects me. No matter which neighborhood I go in, I'm good money. From the streets to the executive suites, motherfucker. Not only me, but my family. Oh, yeah, people know my family here. Listen, we got accomplishments to stand on. Where your accomplishments, boy? Huh? When people say your family name Tabansi, who the fuck? Let me tell you something, dog. I don't like to do this. I can mention my family's last name, but that opened doors long before I get there. Can you do that? Anywhere in the world that you at, can you do that? And look, I ain't just bragging about me. I'm saying that's many of you in this chat room here. Many of you in this chat room come from very well-to-do families. Or even just respected families where somebody say, oh, you so-and-so boy, you the Smiths boy? Oh, yeah, man, come on over here, man. Your people good money. We go way back. Huh? Come on now. Hey, how many of y'all right now, because of the merit of your grandfather, great-grandfather, grandmother, your mothers, your fathers, huh? Uncles, have such a good reputation in that family that sometimes all you got to do is just tell people who you related to. Boom, you in there. Can you do that, Charles? Until you can, shut the fuck up.
A disgrace. Full-blown disgrace. Because you're too ashamed to say who you are. You're a disgrace. You got Americans from some of the poorest country in Europe, and they'll stand up and tell you, I'm from this so-and-so country. I'm from Albania. I'm from here. But you ashamed to say that? You're
because they're actually from there. We are not from African nations, dumbass.
Disgrace. I don't care who gets offended because I'm a very proud black man. And
you a proud anchor baby. You ain't black, boy. You're melanated. That's what you are. And then as far as this, you not caring who gets offended, you don't have the ability to offend us. Make no mistake. You're being checked. That's it. You don't have the ability to offend us. You can't take nothing away from us and you can't give us a damn thing. The only thing you can do is get the fuck out of our business and go fix your own business. That's all you can do.
I love black people, whether they're Americans, Africans, that's me. I don't pick and choose who I'm going to be cool with. That's raccoon behavior.
No, you don't pick and choose who you're going to be cool with because you're a man that doesn't understand that division from what is detrimental is good. I'm going to say it again. Division from what is detrimental is good. Intelligent people, that's what they do. That's the mark of an intelligent people that takes assessment of what is good and what is bad and say, you know what? This is something that we don't need to fuck with. And when it comes to you tellers, just like the white supremacists, we delineate from all of you. Now, if you a cool FBA brother, non-FBA brother or sister, we ain't got a bit of problem with you in the world. We show you the same respect that you show us, whether that's in this country or when we go to your countries. We don't come there to disrespect nobody. And you're not going to do it to us here. We let you get away with that shit for too long because all of you got this shit in your head. Just the white man country. You ain't ran nothing. Oh, yeah, we ran enough to get you to come over here. And now we finna show you how we run enough to stop that damn disrespect. And the main way we're going to do that is cut that economic umbilical cord. Oh, just wait. Watch how you get your mind together then. Your own people going to start checking you about that bullshit. Because they're like, hey, man, yo, these black Americans were my biggest customer base, man. Get your mouth right. They're going to start coming out with campaigns on your own asses. Because, see, one thing that you know, is you're not going to get white folks to patronize your businesses. The Asians, the East Indians, and think about all the people that you revere so much and look down on us. Them people not your main customer base nowhere with none of your businesses. Oh, but you going to learn, though, Giblet. I promise you going to learn.
I'm not doing that. So if you ashamed to say you black or you one of them black MAGAs, you one of my ops. I don't rock with you. Unsubscribe immediately. I didn't come on the internet.
Notice how you trying to sound like Stephen A. Smith. Boy, be your own person, boy. Be your own person. They're talking about you got ops. Boy, you can't afford to have ops. How ops? Really? Did you hear this motherfucker? See, that's what I find comical about him. You one of my ops. Who the fuck you beefing with? You'll beef with everybody except for who you should be beefing with. Them white supremacists getting your people up out of here. You one of my ops. You ain't important enough to have no goddamn op, boy. Boy, these delusions of grandeur that they have in their head. Like Sister Ebony Dean said, she said someone who has played hopscotch all over the damn globe is trying to tell us about pride. Woo! Oh my God, boy, y'all, boy, the chat room has been on one tonight, man. Listen, it is what it is, man. Charles Tabansi say, we his ops. We're a disgrace to him. Oh shit, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all gonna lose sleep tonight thinking about that, huh? Yeah, hilarious.
Isn't begging nobody for no money or nothing. But I don't rock with people. I don't rock with y'all. I don't rock with y'all. If that's the type of time you want, bounce immediately. These are my thoughts.
You can bounce because we don't give a fuck what you announce. Okay, how about that? Tell the nonsense. Nah, Charles. See. Let me do this again here. See, Charles. What you need to understand, little buddy, because I've excoriated you properly here tonight and giving you what you deserve. But see, I'm going to give you a final message for you and your fellow tellers. This is what you need to understand right here.
Hello, my name is Babatunde Gump. Do you want a piece of bushmeat? I could eat 1 million of these.
My mama always said, life is like a box of bushmeat. You never know what you're gonna get.
Those are very nice shoes. They must be very comfortable.
Thank you, they are.
My mama said you can tell a lot about people from their shoes, where they've been, what they survived. I hear your people walked a very long way in those. Slavery, Jim Crow, civil rights. Very impressive history. When I came to America, I thought maybe I could wear those shoes too.
Baby, you can live on the same street, but that don't mean you walk the same road.
So, I cannot borrow them?
No.
Just for reparations?
Oh, shout out to the foundational network on TikTok. I didn't do that, y'all. Again, that's the foundational network on TikTok. Listen, that right there, man. Y'all gonna have to start doing that, man. The way that's baby, can live in the same neighborhood, but not travel the same roads. I mean, y'all gonna have to start hitting them with that. Oh, can you imagine? Boy, hey, right here in Shabazz, man, brother. I'm gonna be playing that a lot over here, boy. Right, you shouldn't have sent me that, brother, because you know what I'm finna do with that, right? Yeah. I just may have to upgrade the Fleet Force One commercial and put that in there or something. Yeah, man. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave it there. I know this was a bit of a longer broadcast tonight, but we had to go ahead and handle this the way it needed to be handled over here on the grill. Salute to all the new subscribers over here, the Patreon subscribers, the new members. We got a lot of more content coming. There's going to be a very important broadcast coming up. Okay, it's not the next one, but it's one. Y'all be looking out for it this week. I just may have to make that one members only because it's going to be a lot of important information over here. All right. I'm thinking about it. I'll announce it ahead of time. So for the members, y'all probably going to be the ones to see that. I'm debating on it whether I should make it public or not. I may do it publicly, then put it members only because we finna get into the treaties. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we finna get into the treaties and a lot more on a lot of different things about history, and we finna shut some things down. So just be looking out for that. That's it. Salute everybody contribute to the broadcast. I want y'all to remember that we're a proud foundational Black American people, and that era of debating, that's over. It's the era of the declaration now and delineation. Salute to you, Black first, and I will see you all in future content.